He get lost, by
Where
the way.
did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Griswold's gonna
We got
dance with us.
RP playing tonight. We're not even doing D&D. He's got the front line.
Oh yeah, we are.
RP
I'm
and the
taking
dog
over the
shits.
bard role.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
me.
I'll be a dog shit bard.
I can't believe you haven't played a bard yet, quite frankly. I thought one of these campaigns you'd pick it up.
I would love for him to be a bard.
I would do the opposite of inspiration.
To your own team, or would you hinder the
Oh
others
yeah.
from the team?
Yeah, I'd be the bard of desperation.
That's pretty good.
On that note, this is why he plays a rogue, and this is why we don't let him play a bard.
Yeah.
What do you say we jump into a quick recap and pick up on the Umberhulk battle? All right. Last session, finally making your way to Silvery Moon, or not Silvery Moon, from your Silvery Moon, camped out along the way, met a Kenku by the name of Screech, who got yourself in a little bit of trouble, and ultimately, after coming to trust you, finding out you were the Phandalin Phive that he was looking for, had a hat to impart on you, finding out that he had traveled with Adrin, and a cast of characters that you were unfamiliar with. Most of them had died and been buried. It sounded like it was done by none other than Nasana herself, if you interpret correctly, but to be determined. At which point, Screech managed to get away, Adrin managed to get away, Adrin keeping his head down and hiding for the moment out of fear of whether or not Nasana is tracking him or what led to the death of these party members, but they were beyond his saving. At which point, he introduced you to someone he'd run along the way afterwards for some protection, called out his new friend Clank, who had been guarding the hat for you, and now that he had given it up, had asked Clank to travel with you for assistance and help for whatever this quest was needed. And Screech had fulfilled his initial destiny and will be returning back to his wizarding roots to this hidden town to the east. At which point, after getting to know your new party member Clank a little bit more, decided to finish making your way up to the cave of Gnawbone, check out what it was. And as you approached quietly, noticing that it was very quiet, relatively speaking, it seemed safe, seemed unused for a large part. Making your way in, you found death and destruction. You found the ruins of what appeared to be Gnawbone himself, which was pretty much down to the bone and bare. You found that most of the items had been carried out, a few gold coins scattered throughout here and there, but very few items in any way, nothing magical. So the lair had been looted pretty significantly, and as you finished searching every nook and cranny, catching a little bit of a rumbling, and at which point, as you begin burrowing into the wall, finding that you were not alone, and as Reed attempted to become very good friends with the Umberhulk in the dark, in the tunnels, not knowing what it was, pissing it off a little bit. Apparently he's already committed in one form or another, doesn't like people touching him there, and so bursting out along with three others, putting down fairly handily, turning the first one into a worm, still currently with Warwick, second one being just utterly destroyed, and the third and fourth going to ground, having popped up most recently, and then tunneled back underneath. And we will pick up at the top of the order there with two underground, one in a worm form, another one dead, and a partridge in a pear tree. With that said, let the chaos ensue. I'm going to move you guys over to the map.
Yep. Griswold's got a plan. Fucking do this.
I hope it involves a worm.
Oh, I'm eating it.
You are willing to, are allowed. Go for it. So, Reed, getting to start us off. Currently, only the dead one to the north. The other two, nowhere to be seen at the moment, knowing they just tunneled underground. And you recall that I will give you some notice that you guys had seen them about here. Did that come up? Okay, cool.
Yeah, right next to Screech.
Yeah, and here is where they had tunneled.
I'm gonna start stomping my feet while Reed's doing that. I'm just gonna stomp.
Baby.
Okay.
Giant.
Give me a Constitution roll.
Me?
No save, just roll. Yeah.
Me? Fuck.
I'm just gonna keep this one.
river dancing.
Okay,
Nice.
good to know.
I'm fucked. Okay.
All right, RP.
Great. Can with my burrowing ability,
Yep.
would I be able, after all this time, to somewhat feel where they're moving below me? I'll give you a nature check if I could.
Go for it. Give me a nature check. I like that.
Because I mean, they're not small.
No, you definitely hear them rumbling underneath, but you've gotten fairly familiar with it.
I think
And
14.
Clank, your feature, was that an on-turn thing or was that in addition or ongoing?
What feature are you talking about?
The one that you determined where they were last time. I just want to make sure I understand.
I just made a survival check and you gave it to me because they're my favorite enemy.
So okay, I thought you had something else, but that's okay. Oh yeah. Now you know. With a 14, yeah, I would say you would recognize both. With a 14, a little bit of vertical travel and horizontal. You can kind of tell how deep they go based on the rumblings now and the general direction of movement. Maybe not exactly where. You recognize that they did not tunnel far down by any means. Maybe no more than 10 feet from the surface, and you sensed very minor movement from the two of them, starting to shift a little bit. This one over here, you recognized a small shift in this direction. And this one here, you recognized as a small shift in this direction. But neither probably traveled more than 5 or 10 feet from what you can tell.
All right. We're going 10 feet down. I'm going to go over here. Have I run into anything?
So you're 10 feet down and going under. No. What you did find as you moved down is a series of crisscrossing tunnels under there. None of them seem extremely recent, but you have not yet run into anything. You sense that you are extremely close. The ground starts to feel odd directly in front of you. Looser, perhaps, less packed gravel. You recognize this before, mere moments before you dug into the creature. So you would recognize that you are probably within about 5 feet of it, but not yet seeing it at this exact moment. Yeah, you popped out onto it.
Does a 23 hit?
So underground battle with the vicious rapier. As you tunneled through, I'm gonna give him a little bit of cover, but you as well. But you still managed to catch it with the 23. Because you had a little bit of planning there. You basically dug yourself a little tunnel and then just right through that sucker. How big of a hole were you opening up? Enough for you to go all the way through? Because as you're kind of tunneling through, or did you want more of a porthole-esque to attack? I guess what's your attack and follow up here is what I'm looking for.
Essentially, as soon as I don't want to say cleared away, because I'm like 2.5 feet, right? So my tunnel's gonna be like a foot. So I'd clear out like enough to move and attack. So it'd probably be like 2-3 feet.
Okay. But you're not creating a big chamber, and you're not just leaving a small hole to stab through and close up again.
No, essentially, I want to run into him, clean him off, and stab him.
All right, and then you certainly do that. With that, the 23 will hit, and since you approached unheard, you will have sneak attack.
It's 19 points of damage.
Okay. While I get these guys up so I can take the damage. 19 points. All right.
16.
And the rest of you hear this tiny rumble, and then you feel a shake or a tremor underneath as a bit of a gurgling, maybe a bellowing, a deep rumbling bellow directly under Amrook and Griswold's feet.
So we pop back up. Oh, that's not going to save. We pop back up, and we move a little bit over. And that's it for me.
All right, going after him in his own home.
I tried to be
Warwick.
nice.
Just send him off a little bit. Let him know you can go there too.
Not
He's
my
not the
fault he
only
doesn't
one with that
speak
ability.
common.
You did try to make friends. Warwick does a 2-hit.
Just barely.
No points of damage from the worm attacking your hand. Or is he in your pocket now? Is he going after your chest through the clothes?
Oh no, he's still on my hand. I'm just checking him out.
Still in your hand. All right, yeah. You feel a small, tiny thud. No damage though. And Caldrum.
A bonus action move spiritual weapon up a little bit. Here. And I'm gonna hold Toll the Dead for when I see one of these Umbra Hulks.
Okay. Toll the Dead. Anything else for Cal?
And I'm gonna stay. Yeah, and I'm gonna stay where I'm at. So no, I'm good.
Okay. Warwick, followed by Grizz.
Yeah, I'm staying where I'm at, and I'm gonna hold chill touch for when one of those things pops out of the ground. I'm not damaging the one in my hand.
Okay.
He's my little friend, but when one of the other things pops up.
Gotcha. Grizz, followed by Siddle.
I'm gonna stomp my feet a little bit more, and I will hold my attack for any enemy that pops up with within range. That'll be it.
Okay. Siddle.
I'm gonna hang out here, hold Fire Bolt for any enemy that pops into range that's not the worm.
That would have been fucking
All
hilarious.
right. Clank, followed by Althea.
Clank is going to stay right where he is, and as a bonus action, I am going to use my Fighting Spirit ability. Bonus action, give myself advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of my current turn. I'll take the 5 temporary hit points, but for the rest, I will hold my action till one of them pops up.
Fuck, dude.
All right. Althea.
I'm gonna hold my bow for any enemies besides the worm that pops up.
That's really specifying this worm thing. Like you don't trust me.
No.
Yep.
I mean, if it
All
gets out
right.
of his pocket, it's dead.
One second. Okay. Gotta check something real quick. And so, Reed, you sense movement immediately underneath you again with a rumbling. You feel it moving to the north towards Caldrum, but not terribly far. It almost seems to be looping around a little bit. You can't quite tell. It seems to be holding in its position relatively sturdy. And yeah. At which point, all of you sense it, feel it, see it. The ground begins to rumble near the center, immediately south of this post. At which point this thing rips up to the surface just south of that post. And as you guys are all queued up across the board, we're going to run through this. So first, Keldrum, Toll of the Dead, and it is injured.
Sweet.
Basically a surprise round for the rest of you as you get these things queued up. See if he survives it.
Yeah, DC 19.
Damn.
Wisdom save, correct? Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
That is an 18. No luck. Darn it, I wanted that one.
Oof.
Closer than I expected it to be. 22 points of damage if it does.
Points
of damage if it does.
Oh, Garrett, you hate to see that.
Yes, you
Ouch.
do. All right. Warwick with the nat 20. Catching. Hitting. What is that? 16 points of damage then?
16.
And
16
freezing him. You
points,
see
brother. Crazy.
the frost form over a good portion of his body from the side. And he still managed to be standing, though. Not getting to kill Warwick, unfortunately. So very sorry. I did the math wrong there. And follow that up with Grizz.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
You had the melee attack? No. Siddle with the firebolt.
17 to
Who's
hit.
getting the kill? 17 will not hit, just barely missing. The firebolt just shooting over the curve or the corner as he ducks with the frostbolt with the chill touch, throwing him off. Siddle, no kill today. All right, Clank.
Damn.
So
Is that
19.
the, 19 hit. Okay, it is clear. I wanted to make sure I was reading it right there. 19 will just barely hit. And with the 17 points of piercing and 2 points of psychic damage, you see this beast momentarily lurch, rise up onto his two thick back legs, and as he looks to come down with Althea, he just seems to weaken. The arm drops first, the body starts to go, the tusks come forward towards Siddle, and the beast just hits the ground, kicking out his plume of dust. Choking on you a little bit there, Siddle, as it does so, but overall, taking him down. Clank with the kill. Althea, sorry, didn't quite make it to you. But you still have the hold. So as he goes down, let's do that. Siddle, you feel the ground rumble underneath you. Clank, you as well. Reed, you sense the approach it. It seems to be getting close, but not quite there. And as it does so, shooting up. There we go. Popping up immediately next to his dead friend. Doesn't even seem to notice him. Doesn't seem to have the intelligence to do so. But the size and scope of this thing catches you momentarily off guard, Reed, as this thing lunges straight up from the ground next to you, immediately showering you with you and Siddle both with some decently sized pebbles. And as it does, I am going to need everybody to make everyone but. Wait, let me measure.
That's what she said.
Everybody but Warwick. Go ahead.
Does Althea get her shot off first?
Oh, yes, she does. Thank you.
Oh, nice call.
Good call. I just noted it too and then forgot 30
That one.
seconds later.
Never mind. That's not
28.
that one.
I think Grizz has a 10-foot reach.
I believe you're right, because it wasn't wasted on the last one. It was a creature appearing within range. I'm gonna roll and allow it.
Fuck.
But Althea with the sneak attack near partner, so regular 28 hits, 25 points of damage. taking a good shot out of this beast.
Nope. Not one. Getting it out of the way right now. Fuck yeah.
Oh, and
I
so many
swear to
people
Christ,
nearby.
if you beat the piss out of me.
And with that,
Slices through Reed's Achilles.
Oh
Dad,
my god.
didn't I give you advantage though on my
I
last
already
silver
used-
bars?
I used it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna need a dex check
Roll.
from you, Grizz.
Dex check. We all know this.
His weapon goes flying. That's awesome.
Well,
Ooh, yeah.
Saving, but just barely. Managing to the weapon almost goes. Luckily, you get a little tether there at the end that kind of caught it as it flew out of your hand, pulling it back. But thank you for well-made French weaponry.
my bad. My bad.
I thought Reed was getting it there. Reed or Amrock, no luck. All
I was
right.
hoping for it.
On the
And then he was going to invest a smite in it.
Oh, dude, I would.
No.
If I would have hit
called
third
it.
level, I would have fucked someone up. Yep.
I'm gonna need everybody but Warwick to give me a charisma saving throw, DC 15 to save.
Charisma save. Okay.
Advantage because the
Rep.
Oh. Oh, I saved it anyway.
Oh, with my advantage, I
Oh.
say
I'm just gonna roll it again just because I want to see what the second one is, but the first one was a 23.
All right, so Siddle saved with the second one. Grizz saved the second one. So it was only RP and Clank. All right, Reed and Clank. I need you to give me a D8 roll.
Oh man, this is gonna
Excuse me.
suck. This is gonna suck.
Plank, do you get advantage on yours?
I am out of the aura.
Oh, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
you're
are you?
outside.
Actually, hold on. Let me reread something. I might
Oh, I can't even.
still.
I can't see it. My bad.
All right, both of you, the 5 and the 6. So, with the 5 and the 6,
Yes, here we go.
let's drop this in the chat. You guys find yourselves slightly confused, slightly convoluted. Your mind gets a little fuzzy, little convoluted, and you find that right off the bat, you're a little slower to move, not quite as dexterous as you were before, slow to action, can't seem to react as quickly as you would before. So in game, you officially lose your reaction until your next turn. But also, you start stumbling around a little bit. Your vision goes a little squirrely. You can't take an action on your next turn, but you do get to use your movement to move in a random direction.
Fucking hilarious.
A good old confusing gaze. And with that, he uses that
Thought
on
I
a
was
side
better than
action.
Confuse Ray, but I guess not.
What's that? Oh.
I always get hit with the Confuse Ray in Pokemon. I'm always fucked.
Well practiced. And now that he's got you a little bit off balance, he's going to come in with a claw attack on you, Reed. Oops.
Ooh.
First attack, a 21 to hit. 22 points of slashing damage if it does.
We do have 10 hit points, right?
I'm gonna take a smack at this guy with my oh my god, which one is it? Not Sentinel.
Go for it as he lines up for the second claw attack on Siddle.
you already used
No, I held my I that was my
holding your action.
Is that officially considered a reaction, holding your action?
I thought that was
That's
I had
what
no
you
idea.
Make the phrase that you.
That's a great question. I mean, I trust you. That's the ruling that we're going with. I did not realize
Yeah,
this.
look it
I
up,
don't think I've
for
ruled
sure.
that way before.
I'm here for letting Garrett think it's whatever he wants it to be.
Yeah, game. I just
I'm curious. I'm gonna trust you. And I'm gonna go with it. You can.
I can't. I
I
won't
thought
be able
about
to.
it.
The ready action lets you hold an action to use as a reaction when a specific trigger happens. Well, I'll be. How
I
about
had
that?
no idea.
Good call.
Alright.
Inspiration to Amrook.
Do it.
Time to rage.
I hate you, Carl.
Well, I thought about it because of your sentinel. I was like, shit, he's going to tunnel again. I'm not even going to get to attack him. He's just going to go away, and you've already used action. No one can hear.
Well, why'd you have to say anything?
Yeah, I know. I know. Fuck you.
I'm gonna get you some duct tape. That's what I'm getting you for your birthday. Yep.
All right. Coming at Siddle with the claw attack on the second one. That'll be a 26 to hit, 25 points of slashing damage if it does.
I'll
it
throw,
doesn't hit.
I'll throw some silver barbs out that way.
Ooh, making me re-roll. All right. And
Um,
who's it going to?
I'm gonna give the advantage over to not Griswold, Amrook. You have a
Alright,
bar.
cool. Yeah, no, I'm inspired. So I get advantage twice.
Listen,
might
anything
need
you could do to not lose control, we're doing it.
I think
Okay?
this is the perfect setting to try it out. I'm feeling it. Try it.
Only if you swallow the worm first.
All right, I'm game.
Okay.
So
After
my
this,
second
we're
roll
all
was a little
good.
lower with a 25. 20 points of slashing damage instead of 21.
I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that point.
Ouch.
Helps a little bit. And then going back to Reed with the mandibles as this thing attempts to latch onto you and grapple. But a 14 does not hit. So you manage to it underestimates how tiny you are. It can't get low enough to get a good grip on you. It needs that side action, it's just not there. And that's the end of his turn.
So, question: would Siddle failed his save, right, and has to move in a random direction, right?
Correct, yep.
Would the damage knock him out of his confusion?
Oh.
Wait,
Ooh, so
It'll pass.
sorry, real.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Reed.
okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was thinking it was Clank and Reed. I knew two people did. Yeah, I would say it was a confusion under a spell. So yeah, I would say he knocked his own damage out. Good call.
What an
I'm
idiot.
gonna rule that in favor.
It's
Dog
inspiration.
shit. Dog shit.
That dog shit.
So you will get your
Dog shit
reaction
crap.
back, and all forward.
They're not the highest of
Strong argument.
intelligent creatures, so
Come on, roll 20.
that's inspiration for Clank, if I've ever heard it.
I'm giving inspiration left and right. I'm Oprah tonight with inspiration. Clank, by all means, good argument. Inspiration to you as well. I'm
Nice.
giving you mofos advantage. You're gonna need it.
Can I have inspiration for drinking more?
Who drink more?
Griswold's got a plan.
Roll your dice. You got inspiration.
Clank chooses to ignore the
Yep.
plan.
I'll tell you what. When you finish your second glass, Grizz, inspiration's at the bottom.
Thanks. Touche.
All right, now I'm back up and running, and Amrook
I swear to God.
loaded up with inspirations.
Oh, I get a turn. He didn't tunnel away. He didn't use any more movement.
He did not. He used the
Alright.
balance of it. He's holding out. And I'm gonna need you to make another save for me, charisma save.
All of us?
Nope, just Amrook. 18 will save. You managed to fight off the effects of this thing.
How tall is this guy?
He's about 10 feet tall. He's the top of his back is with top with Grizz, but his eyes are considerably lower, so they're sitting about 7 feet off the ground, 6 or 7.
Where does he give me a boost?
I'm allowed to. I would.
That lack of reaction. We'll give him a half reaction with a boost.
Oh,
Really, I'm
what
just
are you gonna,
using his shield.
what are you gonna say? What? How is this gonna play out? Come on, man. Give it to me. What are you
I
gonna
look
do?
to Grizz and I say,
You literally see Griswold get an erection. For sure. Griswold lowers the shield. I got you.
click my heel. To then bounce off to leap him and down. tempt the butcher on.
Okay.
You gonna have Griswold roll for that or no?
Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
No, that's a great idea.
Oh,
I'm gonna carry it over to
wow.
Take
Grizz
away the
as he
rage.
does that. Give
Because if you
me.
do, I'm really considering replacing your roll with a 6 Portland roll.
Grizz, I want
I'm not
an
gonna do it.
athletics or an acrobatics
I'm
check.
not gonna do it. So excited.
I
There you
Yeah.
go. I had faith.
All right. Queued him up. So with that, come in with the butcher in the nat 20. So no rage, 12, 24 points of damage. Is that +1 in there as well? The one's added in as well, right? 1d12.
no.
Get rid of the ones.
Okay, I got you.
20 felt.
You're not raging?
All right.
I
24
wanted
points
to,
of
but Chris
damage.
was giving me a look that I shouldn't, so I'm gonna keep swinging.
I didn't give you a look.
Definitely get.
Yeah,
25 hits as well.
No, Evan gave Carl a look.
Taking a
was ready
strong
to
chunk
say-
out of the shoulder.
Go ahead and
My
act
God.
urge. Also, I'm trying to chop in.
Holy fuck, man.
Biatch.
28 hits.
God,
And a
damn.
23 will hit. What are you, +9 on that thing?
7.
+11?
God damn.
Why did you have to punch from +9 to +11 on the second batch?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask the same thing. That was weird. Look at the butcher. Your last 3 rolls, you had +11, +11, and +9.
Oh, I have 2 different weapons in there. For some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Two's magic.
So I
So there's an
think
extra 2
we're
thrown
still
in
okay
there.
on the hits, even if they're all.
Yeah,
+9?
they still hit. I was just curious.
Okay, I'll roll the +9 with.
Shit, dude. I mean, to be a
What
21
kind
and
of
a 20.
shenanigans you're up to here? Inspiration gone.
You bitch. Get out of here.
We'll just treat those +2s as the inspiration.
Yeah.
The DM giveth, the
Yeah.
DM taketh away.
Instead of raging,
Okay. Reed kicking off the fog after getting hit. And the beast now stands before you.
I
A
thought
good
so.
8 inches taller.
26 to hit.
This will hit as well. The you
Uh,
guys pulled out
30
of your asses here.
31 points of damage.
God damn it, dude.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm going to. Oh, sorry. I don't want to burp. Move over a little
Good.
bit so someone else can come in and grab a little hit ski.
Holy hell. You guys come in with some hits there. Worm wiggles in Warwick's hand. Caldrum. Seeing the show that Amrook and Reed just put on. Warwick to
Alright,
follow.
well, it's bonus action and smack him with spiritual weapon. Beep, 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 beep. Not
fuck.
with
Get him out of the way now, boys. Get him out of the way now. And girls. 31 will definitely hit with the nat 20. And is that 26 points of damage then?
yeah.
All right. Caldrum, how do you want to do this?
Oh, nice. So the moon just I kind of bring it around. Oh, that's Reed, right? Yeah, bring it around Reed, and it's like this spinning circle of a half moon, and it just comes right in and it just decapitates its head right off.
Wow.
And with the slice, and as this thing falls, the mandible wrapping up around, almost catching Reed on the bounce. Little doink off of Amrook here, and the head rolls right next to this dragon that it's been feasting on for so long. He's down. You guys are out of initiative, besides the single worm.
So, what do you guys want to do with this worm?
Let's.
Where's Polly at?
Polly's at the entrance. Go give it to him. I'm going to check the rest of this hole.
I'm following Reed.
Oh, I don't know.
Would we know that there's enough time for Warwick to give Polly this worm?
Oh,
Like, would we, we
Oh yeah,
know?
It's an
you guys
hour.
know you have the better part of an hour at this point.
Yeah.
You made pretty quick work of it.
Yeah, we hit like 7
All right.
nat 20s.
Got us. Yeah, you guys lit them up. That was some damage. How the hell are you guys rolling mid-20s every time on the attack? That's not even fair.
How are you not?
Wait, he is.
Yeah.
Roll against Cyril is like
I-
28 to hit.
I threw a couple of them in there.
Oh,
Yeah, you got a
my bad.
22 on me.
25.
I got a few floating around. Give me an investigation check with advantage on the holes to the north.
23.
From either whoever would do investigate it. I know you were both up there, so I gave you the advantage. Reed, you recognize, and you and Amrook, as you're exploring this, doing a little bit of exploration together. You're pretty familiar with tunneling, and Amrook's pretty familiar with stone. You recognize this one seems to be a hair different. The tunnel's still there, but for a moment, you almost felt that you saw a little bit of daylight in the back. Didn't seem to light up, just almost a small breeze come through it.
I'm walking out to the entrance with Warwick for a specific reason. Please continue. Howard.
Okay.
Warwick, or not Warwick. Amber, you want to actually just go in these tunnels and see? Because we're just looking at it right now, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that would be a good idea. Aldrum, how does that thing you do where your eyes go a little blurry but you can see magic items? Can you cast that on someone else?
Cannot.
Maybe you
Would
should
you like to
then.
go on an adventure then?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Where are we going?
In case there's any magic items that maybe they were guarding. You know, this place looks pretty
Okay.
looted, but oftentimes looters come in and they take stuff, but they don't search diligently.
Yeah, you got to look for trinkets.
The only issue is this protection, so that we don't go goofy. I'll have to drop it in order to do detect magic.
Well, it's up to you. You don't have to. We could just go check it out. It was just a thought.
Risk it for the biscuit, man. Got this
Okay.
shit.
I think I don't think you guys need my help. I think you guys will be okay.
You just hear echoing down the cavern. Kill, jump, kill, jump, kill, jump.
Look, I know we don't need you, but we would like you to join.
Okay. All right.
That's what a drug dealer says before you get killed.
First one's always
Yeah. Yep.
And the new
We're gonna get Kaldrum to be a thief. We're gonna
All right, going in.
All right, how you going in here? What follow? Am I following along?
Didn't
I'm
Kool-Aid
assuming
Man
he's gonna
bust through
go
this wall?
first and clear the path and follow behind.
Okay.
Am I wrong there, Reed?
Isn't this wall busted through? Because he
The
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid Man?
Man through it?
He did, and it's Kool-Aid Man out from about 10 feet in or so, but behind that is where you're kind of exploring, about 10 feet
Okay.
back.
I will dig a full tunnel. Kaldrum, how tall are you?
Not very. I think like just under 6 foot.
I'll dig a 6-foot hole.
Okay.
Stay a little bit back. I don't want to kick you with rocks.
Okay.
As you begin digging back, you find that the gravel gets lighter and lighter, almost finer and finer as you go, before you come up to a fairly thick section that almost seems to be holding it back. So the tunnels, the powder's just kind of falling away from you there for a bit, and then you get into these large boulders that seem to be stacked in a single wall-like form. And as you kind of tunnel your way through a couple of these and they fall away, you recognize that there is a dark room behind it. Nothing significant. It seems to only be about a 15 by 15 foot square room as you look, and in the darkness, you get a little bit of dark vision, but you see large piles of things in there, and no movement.
Trinkets!
Okay, large piles of
Yeah.
identify
What
said
is
things.
what
Are
are
they
things?
bones? Like
Yeah, so as you take a little bit longer look now that you're there, I'm going to use your passive perception to check it out. You recognize piles that seem to have some type of tarps over them, and that's why they were immediately unrecognizable. Mounds of things with this dark tarp that seems to be covered in dust. Some only a few feet off the ground. Some seem to be huddled in corners, about 6-7 feet tall, with all of which covered in tarps. There's almost knapsacks of some type, like a thick blanket type material. So you're unable to see what's underneath this from the entryway. So you're kind of just peeking into the hole right now.
Can I use my investigation for traps, or would you like another roll?
I'll let you carry your investigation over.
Okay.
It seems you recognize that at one point or another, there seem to have been traps along the way in the hole, as well as immediately at the entryway. You catch an axe that's kind of mounted on the wall directly above you that would have triggered at one point. You see a few things. It almost seems like they died, they rusted, they disactivated. Any magic present now gone, and they seem to have just dwindled in their ferocity. The traps are no longer set in any ways.
I would like to mage hand and take the tarps off.
Okay. As you go over to the first tarp, do you want to go with one of the lower piles or one of the taller?
Give me the lower one. The
Mountains.
taller ones remind me too much of the Kool-Aid men.
All right. As you pull off one of the lower ones, you find a small table, almost a platform just hovering off the ground. On it seems to be covered with a thin wooden box with very low, like 1-inch sides on them, inside of which you recognize from afar several gemstones of opaque blues, blacks, browns. You see some red flecks shining with a little bit of light that you have. You can almost see some transparency in some. There's a good handful of gemstones. You also recognize what appears to be a bottle cork. That, while tarnished, may actually have it appears to be a little bit of gold on it, as well as a gold ring with a deep red and dusty gemstone.
We'll take those. We take those.
like down.
So at this point, did you just want to head into the room then, knowing traps disabled? You've done the mage hand.
Yeah, I think so.
As you begin making this,
Do we have a light source? Do we have a light source?
I don't know, Keldrip, do we?
I'll go ahead and look.
I will. I'll cast the light on. Is that axe that's in the wall?
You
Can
do
I
one of the
can I
tarps.
reach it?
yeah, you can grab it. It's
Alright, yeah.
sitting about 6 feet up, so you can pull your way to it pretty easily.
Yeah, no, I'll just cast light on something.
Okay. And it gives you a nice overhead view of the whole thing, and you see it, and now you see the blankets still exist on the majority of it, but the table that you pulled off, lighting up nicely, and seeing that while a bit dust still just a bit dusty. The covering seemed to help a lot. Those beautiful gemstones reflecting back at you, sending these shimmering colors in every corner of this isolated room. And you recognize this is what appears to be some type of hidden storage area. You see no doors or windows coming out of it. This is just a back room of what appears to be a hidden hoard.
I'm gonna take the tarps off the rest of everything and analyze.
Okay. So I am going to read
Don't roll
since
initiative.
you were no. I was gonna say since you are going through first, I'm gonna drop this in your chat
Okay. Yeah, I like
you're
that.
as you're as you're rolling through here.
I like that.
See how this comes across. Ooh, that's ugly.
Oh god, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Let me go on. I'm gonna drop this on Discord here, since see if it comes across a little bit easier to read. Oof, still not great.
What?
But anyways, as you guys are going, you see Reed kind of circle through. You guys all enter the room, taking a look at stuff, and you find as he's pulling them off a number of gemstones, chalices. You find some small gold bracelets. You find you have tapestries. It's just a number of what variety of items. You see a spinning wheel over in the corner. There's actually some large, noisy wind chimes. Now that as you pull the cloak off, they gung 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 from that were hanging on the top. Some sketchbooks, etc.
AG.
It's yeah.
This is for the 5,000 GP gemstone, by the way.
Got it.
Out of all that stuff, that's all you're gonna take.
Oh no, that's the only one I'm trying to hide.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that beats everyone else's passive perception.
Like sleight of hand half of
that. With ease, it finds its way into your pocket.
Did that say what gemstone it is? Or should I just put
yes.
5,000? Okay.
And you gotta put in both, but it's Jacinth, Jacinth.
Oh, the one.
Transparent, fiery orange.
I think I am gonna drop this spell and do detect magic.
Okay.
So I'll drop the aura. I think it's probably getting close to the end of using it anyway.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm detecting magic as well.
Since I've seen Keldrum take his time to write stuff down, I'm gonna hand him the book, the notebook.
Okay.
Or I guess the sketchbook with what I assume is oh god, drawing a blank. What's his name?
Gnawbone.
Gnawbone.
So Caldrum, you come away with this pretty little notebook here. Sketchbook. And anything else you're grabbing before I put this in the chat then, Reed?
Okay.
Very interesting.
The jade gemstones, the translucent green, deep green, or white.
Yep.
All three of those.
Okay. And I'm setting this up while he's looking at that. I'm trying to find an easier way to give it to you guys.
What's the and the chrysoberyl gemstones?
Yeah, that'd be better. Chrysoberyl. Yes. So do you want the three jets, the chrysoberyls, and the jades?
Oh, work about the concertina.
Jacinth, 3 jades, and then the chrysoberyl. How much are the chrysoberyls? Are those the?
That's 100 gold pieces. Each one of those, the jade and the chrysoberyls, are 100 gold pieces each.
And then the black pearls are the 1500.
The black pearl and the topaz are 500, and then the fire opal and the ruby are. Here, let me.
It says
do this
500
for you.
GP gemstones.
Oh yeah. So 1500 total, so 500 each. Here, I'm gonna do this real quick. I think this will be easier.
Yeah,
And
it's a little weird to read.
yeah. Check your journal right now for mysterious note. Edit that too.
Okay.
That should be easier to work with. I started pulling the stuff on
Yeah,
the bottom for you.
Okay, so I'll be taking the black pearl
Okay.
and the topaz.
I like that you guys let Reed go in first on this.
Fire
Also, it's
opal.
taken
well,
him
we-
some time, right? Is there a point at which we may or may not get a chance to have seen him?
With
Uh,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say so he's taking some time to decide, only mostly because of how hard it was whenever I gave it to him.
Yeah, but
to
I mean,
look
the
at.
more stuff he
but-
takes, the longer it. So the more stuff he takes, then there's more of
Yeah.
a chance.
I'll tell you what. Give me, you guys, since it's taking longer. Go ahead and give me active perception rolls.
Okay.
We'll go beyond
I have
passive at this point.
fire opal, black pearl, topaz, and the jacinth.
All right, you got it. You took the fire opal as well.
So that should be
Not an advantage. So just 17.
So that should be
Okay.
5,000 plus 1,000 plus 2,000, right? 2 fire opals, black pearl and topaz are 500, and then the 5,000's jacinth.
Yes.
Yep, that's. Sorry about that, boys.
Okay.
So I assume we just rooting around in it and helping us gather.
Yeah, you see him. You see him taking off all these cloaks, just kind of brushing stuff off for you real quick, getting some of the dust off. And that's about it. He hands the sketchbook over to Caldrum, but otherwise, no, he seems above board. Were you taking one of the fire opals or two?
Both of them.
Both of them? Okay.
Is there anything come up to me with detect magic?
One second as I cross this over, and okay, don't want to lose track of that. So as you cast magic and scatter around the room, you see a number of glows from the lights that reflect to the walls. You even see some that seem to momentarily glimmer in that blue that you recognize before recognizing that instead of detect magic, that is just part of the stone itself. There does not appear to be anything magical back here. This appears to be all artwork, value, and other random items, but no magical items. That seems to all have been cleared out by whatever creatures were here before. And I'm going to give everybody this notebook now because it is easiest to do.
Which I would assume we'd bring back whoever has the bag of holding.
It's him or Grizz, I can't remember.
It's Warwick.
So that is in your pack, and you guys should be seeing it right now. That pop up on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So 1,000, 1,100, 1,250, 1,750.
Any
25.
any
Oh, it's
25
2,500 if we sell it all at face value.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. Don't worry about the rest.
I don't think with your
That's a good
roll.
loot right there. What more could one ask for?
Don't worry about the 7,000 in my pockets.
Yeah, with your rolls, I don't think we're ever gonna be able to call you out on it.
There's only one person I think that can compete with. Actually, I don't know what her perception is.
I think Caldron.
Yeah. Althea's sleight of hand is probably similar to yours, but
Keldrum's Keldrum's perception is one less than mine.
My
Does he
sleight
now
of
get
hand is plus
disadvantaged on
18.
stealth because of the jingling in his pockets?
Gemstones don't jingle, bud.
yeah, it's an interesting one.
I just got rocks. I just like rocks.
Always pick up a handful of gravel along with it. Be like, look at my rocks.
That and I have like 70 ball bearings still. So like those are gonna jingle anyway.
There's a lot of jingling in here.
Warwick, as we were walking back with you, I wanted to chat with you. Or were you already walking back up?
Oh yeah, I mean, I try walking back up, but your legs are pretty big or long or whatever, so I'm sure you could catch up to me pretty.
All three of them.
There is.
Um,
So my passive perception is 19, and that's because I was not using any of the expertise that I get from College of Lore.
Wow.
Or no, I think it's just regular Bard. I think. Hold on.
okay.
You get Jack
Yeah.
of all trades.
I wouldn't see anything
We
now,
were
but
in like
I've been playing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't see anything for you guys now, but for moving forward, passive perception.
All right, good to know. I'll keep that in mind for the next steps.
Yeah. Where's it at here? Yeah.
I'm gonna. All right. So there was one other item in there that you managed to find. It was a book. It was an old book with heavy parchment, thick. A large number of the pages still yet to be filled out. Notes, sketches. But on the surface, you find the name Lodod Lightheart. And as you open it up, you find that it is his spell book.
Yes.
Ooh.
And yes, you can. And it has the following spells.
Nice.
How's this going to come out? Okay.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Yeah, 17 with that history check. Not extremely popular, but being a dwarven wizard, he actually recognize the name Aelmrook and Caldrum. You actually cut a little bit of passage studying him at one point, because he originally from Mirabar, in fact, hundreds of years ago. It's been a long time. Set out on his own, traveled across Farron. They say he even sailed across the sea and came back, learning some different spells. But that's where he learned his magic, leveled up a little bit, came back with some uniqueness. Taught at the university briefly before embarking to with a little bit of overconfidence to show that he could hang with the best of the wizards, and so went after a black dragon in the swamps and in the Evermoors, and that was the last anyone ever saw of him. And it was supposedly a pretty one-sided fight that went quickly from the rumors that were told and the tales that were people tell, and that was that. It was over quick, and so he never quite elevated to a high level.
I explain that to everyone.
And there was one more. Okay. Anyways,
whom we would.
that's up to you guys. You can if you want.
Yeah, I figured we'd give it to Citto and Warwick, but
Yeah, I'll take a peek.
Uh,
I imagine once we grab everything, we come out and disperse the spoils of war.
I'm gonna I'm gonna drop one more in there that I missed on the first one. There we go. That was the other one.
Steel
Cool.
Wind Strike is a pretty cool spell for a Blade Singer. That little bastard is cool.
What was that?
Steel Wind Strike. That's a pretty cool one.
So real quick,
Okay.
whenever I'm copying down a spell, right? So say I were to try to copy Steel Wind Strike, spell list, it's a ranger or a wizard, right? Would I
Yep.
would I if I copy that down, would I know how to use it even though my wizard level is only level 2? Because I'm copying it from a scroll? Like how does that work? Because I have magical secrets, but I don't want to change around my magical secrets. But I also don't want to copy a spell into my spell book if I'm not going to know how to use it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you could learn it, but you can't use it yet at the lower level. I'm pretty sure since you're only a wizard level 2.
Got it. So I'll never be able to use it. Okay, which is totally fine, and I probably could use. Now I'm looking at it, I don't think I can use. I might be able to use like a few.
Yeah, you wouldn't be used with some of the higher ones since you're a low level wizard on that. So you recognize it, but you wouldn't have the skill as a wizard. Essentially, what leveling up is to be able to properly cast it. You're too low skill in that particular feat.
Cool. All right, makes sense. Cool.
So probably greater benefit to Siddle in these cases.
How do scrolls work then? Because you can cast a scroll that you don't have a spell slot for. So in theory, if Keegan had a scroll of Steel Wind, that but level something.
There's a DC check. It's 10 plus whatever the spell level is. That's how I was able to do Revivify. So it was technically a paladin spell that I could cast, but when I cast it, since it's a third level spell, think I had to beat a DC 13, but I was super low level, and that was daunting for me to try to roll. But
So
yeah,
Yeah, I think the
Fiddle were
rationale
to
behind
make
it is
it for you as a scroll key.
yes, and I think the scrolls are considered your spellbook's more of those that you've mastered and got an expertise of, that you've prepared, you've knowledge, you're ready to go with them. You feel very confident. The scroll's a little bit of a hit or miss of it's been simplified. One-time magic. There's some magic imbued in the scroll itself to help assist in that casting. Hence, you can get away with ones that you don't necessarily know are above your level.
Got it.
And spell scrolls are very expensive to make. Once you start getting to
Yeah,
higher
not a lot of
level.
money.
Not really. They're not that too bad to make. They just take a lot of time. And that's I'm actually quote unquote in the process of doing a spell scroll.
Because like a 5th level spell is like what? Like isn't it like $5,000 and takes a month?
Yeah, it is. It
Yes.
takes a long time.
4 weeks, 5. Yeah, per Xantharl's, you have to have Arcana for proficiency, but yeah. So, and then that's all in. The assumed cost is in the materials and everything else that you've got to try numerous times. So 4th level is only 2 weeks and 2,500. 3rd level is 1 week and 500. But it does get expensive real quick. I mean, a cantrip a day and 15 gold pieces. 1st level a day and 25 gold pieces.
The low level spell scroll.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
churn
but
those
once you
out
get
all
like
day.
4th and 5th, I think they start getting fairly gnarly.
Those times though are downtime days.
True.
So it's only when you have
just take a
time
month
during-
off.
Yeah.
You know, you guys got anything going on.
Nothing else has happened. Why not?
Can I drop this in here? No. Just to put it out there for you guys. Here you go. Where are you at?
Damn.
All right, I don't know if you can see this or not in the notes. No, you can't see the notes, can you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to put the crafting time in there, but no go. All right. Oh well. Okay.
Riz and Warwick playing footsie or something.
I can
Yeah.
copy like one of those spells, which is cool. I can copy confusion.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
sweet. That's a bard spell.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Confusion's fun as fuck though too. Get down with that one.
And that's got a random generator, so I didn't go over what you guys have or don't have. I've used it the last couple times.
That's
you guys want to
pretty
do?
cool.
Color spray. I like that in Baldur's Gate. That's was my go-to.
Isn't color spray hit point based, right?
Yeah, you're
Like
correct.
sleep?
Yep.
Oh, I could copy that one too. Fuck yeah. Oh, I have color spray. Take that back. Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind. I
oh,
got
so
it.
does Ryan. So does Ryan. Reed. Excuse me.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? Grizz, and you said you were sneaking up with Warwick here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Warwick, if you don't mind me, I'm assuming he gave the bird to Polly. Are we gonna assume that that Polly takes this motherfucker up like super high and like drops him, or are we still playing
Paul-
that
That's a
out?
Polly-
question. I don't know what you got going on.
Polly will listen to you guys.
Yeah.
Warwick's got the worm, so
I'm gonna take it out to I'll take it out to Polly and assuming Polly can understand, I'll have Polly gently put the worm
gently put the worm in her
its
mouth.
beak, gently fly up as that's what I meant. Fly up as high as she can, slightly away from the cave opening, and just drop that motherfucker.
You say as high as she can. How high are we going with
How
Polly?
high can Polly go up like
Polly
Polly's
can
not a
launch into
real bird.
space.
oh
Polly's celestial, so Polly doesn't have to eat, sleep, or
she
drink,
can go up
or
there.
breathe for that matter.
She has a flying speed of 60. So
Well,
There's some time there.
yeah, just let her go up. Like, I mean, here's the end of the day. The worm is like what, couple ounces. The wind's gonna pick it up and carry this thing somewhere, but that motherfucker's eventually gonna fall. Hopefully, like 500, 700, 1,000 feet to its death. Is the idea.
or never mind, I'm not with you.
Warwick, why don't you just have Polly go up like 500-600 feet and drop it, and then come back down and meet us back down here? That should probably suffice, right?
Yeah, go up to however long you feel comfortable.
No,
If
no, don't tell her that, because that comfortability might be like 50
1,000
feet.
feet.
So.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
1,000 feet. Why not? Because I have no concept of that. So yeah, 1,000 feet sounds great. Why not? So
All right,
100d6 fall damage. That should
1,000
kill
feet then.
That should kill this fucking Umber Hulk.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna get carried away. Do I get credit for that?
No,
does.
I think I don't even think Polly does. That would be a that would be an
That's an
environmental kill.
environmental.
That is amazing.
What I was gonna say,
I want Polly to go on the books. I think Polly deserves
Do it.
credit for that.
I think Polly has gotten a kill with
Give it-
a slash attack.
Yeah, he did with the one.
Give it to Polly because nobody's gonna top 352 damage in one hit. Give it to Polly. Let's do it.
So what I
Yeah.
was gonna say is, as soon as you get to the 1,000 feet, bite it, so it falls like a brick. But
Paul's
that,
straight down.
but I wasn't with you, so
I
I
was-
did what?
I was hoping for some variability. Let's just let this thing land wherever it lands, and maybe it surprises somebody. You know.
The wind still took it, like you said. This thing made its way down a little bit as you dropped it. So where you go? Yeah, if an Umber Hulk falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, sort of thing, did it make a sound? And it
Probably not.
absolutely did. You can hear the thunder from where you guys were as it rumbles through.
There's
We-
nothing left of it.
Warwick, we
You-
might want to get back. That might have been a dragon that just fell close to us. We might want to go talk to Amrook.
Yeah,
Might be a green dragon.
maybe.
You've announced your presence to the forest.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
we fucked.
That's
Announced
that
our
was my goal.
dominance to the forest.
That was my goal. I did that. No,
Touche.
Paula did that. Paula did that. But anyways, Grizz, what's up, man? I mean, that was intense. What's up? What you got going on here?
I got a little frustrated back there, Warwick.
Why?
But you have the ability, if I recall, to talk to people in their sleep, right?
I have the ability to create dreams. Yes.
Is that something that like can you talk to anyone in the dreams, or can you bring other people into the dreams? Like how does this work?
Out of character, GM. I know we talked about this a while ago, and I had asked about that. It doesn't say that I can bring other people into a dream, but I know we had a conversation about as I've used it more often, is that something we can potentially homebrew? Obviously, I don't want to bring the whole
Yeah, we
party
can.
into a dream, but adding in one person, maybe making them roll a DC check or something, and if it's not high enough, they don't roll high enough, then I just go into the dream, something like that. I'll throw dream in there just so you know what it does.
Yeah, you don't have to go into all the details as Warwick. I just
But
yeah.
anyways, the idea is I can either create a dream. I have to know the create. It's a creature known to me, whatever known to me means. But I can either go in as the
You,
traveler,
so you can do it as a willing creature you touch. So you could touch Grizz
right? And he
if he
can
was
go
in a
in there
trance.
by
He can go
himself.
in.
But
Yeah.
I'm
Wait.
saying that if I cast it and I also want to bring Grizz in with me, so we're both in there at the same time.
Okay, we did talk about that. Now you haven't used it much, and I would make it a higher
Yeah,
level
that's fine.
spell slot for it. But
Wait, so you could touch me and I can go into a dream with someone that I know?
Yeah, and you can
Oh
create
my
the dream.
fucking goodness.
You can create the landscape in the dream however
I
you
had,
want.
I had no idea. I had no clue. Um this is
Guessing you want to talk to your dad, huh?
you kind of see Griswold sink a little bit. Yes. Or even Gabriel. We have
Yeah.
too many things. We have too many things coming up, and
Yeah.
too many enemies against us at this point, and those are two things that are in the back of my mind that are pulling me in different directions, and I need to see how. I want to see how they are. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming with this that I could probably talk to my father without a problem, but with
Does he
whatever's
sleep?
going on with Gabriel, I don't know.
Does he
But
sleep?
I don't.
Dad sleep?
Yes,
And
I
shit.
think so.
Well,
I don't know if Gabriel does though.
yeah. The Gabriel thing, I'm out of character. I'm just interested to see how that works. I'm also interested to see how this goes on with Amara, because oh yeah. Yeah, no, in character. Yeah, no, as long as your dad's asleep, I mean this is an 8-hour conversation.
And
You can have this dream and make it as weird or realistic as you want it to. So sure.
at some point when we get a chance, are you able to do this every day, or is it?
Hell yeah. Do it multiple times a day if I want.
Um,
Now they have to be sleeping though. That's the thing. So you don't want to do this midday. You want to do this at night.
and what happens if wherever they're at it's not nighttime, or wherever they're at they're not sleeping? Like in the middle of the night, what if they're awake doing something? Like what happens then? I mean, does it?
Well, yeah, that's the interesting part. I haven't used this a ton, but yeah, in my experience, if they're not sleeping, you can either pop right out of the spell, and we could try again some other day, or this is 8 hours. You can wait in your little trance like state and wait to see if they fall asleep within that 8 hour period. Now, cool thing is you can also have create nightmares for people. Haven't trampled on that one just a little bit or yet, but I'm thinking about fucking with Reed. I don't know yet. I don't know how crazy it would get, so I might not do it, but it'd be kind of funny. I won't do it to Ambra because I don't know what's gonna happen with him and that other thing. But Reed, be kind of funny.
You just see, you think Griswold's going to chuckle, but you see Griswold's hurting a little bit.
Listen, we got you. We'll figure out what's going on with your dad, and he's gonna be fully aware of the conversation. He's gonna be talking to you like it's you. And when he wakes up, he's gonna have full recollection of what you guys talked about. So if there's any message that you want to give him or instruction that you want to give it to him. This isn't just you sending a random message, it's you and him. It's like you're there with him.
Yeah, I'd like to try that, and if we can, I'd like to try that with Gabriel as well. I know that's not gonna help him, but
You never know what's gonna happen with Emmerich. We should try it tonight.
let's see what we're going to do, but yeah, I wouldn't mind.
All right, I'm in.
Thanks. And I kind of pat you on the back.
On the top of my head, I'm in.
Yeah, rub the top of your head a little bit. Just let. I'm going to summon Frank. Just I'll catch up with you in a couple of minutes.
Cool. I'm just gonna chill at the front of the cave.
Oh, you're gonna chill. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take 10 minutes to summon Frank. So yeah, please continue.
Okay.
Thanks.
While you're doing that, anybody else doing anything? You guys are hanging out at the cave before you want to go. What's the plan? You got Grizz and Warwick out front.
The Umber Hulks have like a chitinous skin, don't they?
Yes.
Clank's gonna spend some time trying to get some of that.
Oh,
Okay.
I want their blood.
All right, you managed to get their blood. What did you? I heard a roll there with it.
one of my lucky.
That was
I want to use one of my lucky.
Warwick's.
26 perception. As I'm at the mouth of the cave here, I'm just looking. I see Griswold's summoning Frank. I'm gonna look out and see if I notice anything. I want to be a nice guy.
You're scouting, or you're trying to catch?
No, I'm just trying to make sure nothing's coming up on us. See if I can hear anything crazy. Should I wake Grizz up? What's going on? Trying to be.
I got you. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, Clank. Does anyone else want to do any harvesting here?
Could I argue survival since they are part of my favorite enemy group?
Yes, I would allow it since you're trying to get the outer skin and you're not doing anything too tricky. And I would say you got. Oh yeah, you handily are able to get a large sample. Basically, however much your little heart desires on that one, and that you want to carry.
Gee, would I could I do some kind of a check? Would I to know if there's be something to harvest on that's popular to harvest off of these?
Yeah. So you get a couple different options here. I'm gonna let you do either straight wisdom check, medicine, or we'll even say nature. You get to pick what. Okay, with 21. Yeah, you know that their eyes are actually pretty well in demand because of that confusing feature that they have. It's actually a gland sac that sits in the back of it that causes that confusion. And so they're doing a large amount of experiments recently and efforts that some people are actually would turn that into something fairly useful. And then from a trophy standpoint, the claws are common on these things, and the mandibles are a little bit trophy, but they're starting to grind it down into a mandible paste as well, and like a dust, and they're using it for various reasons. So you do recognize that some apothecaries are in search of Umberhawk mandibles.
Okay. I will try to harvest what I can from these things.
Okay. Give me a medicine check for the eyes. DC 16. You gotta be a little cautious on this.
And
it
I'm
is...
going to give myself.
Don't want to puncture those glands. You've heard stories.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Spoke with one of the one of the professors at the school trying to peel the eyes off of an Umber Hulk. Say he went confused for a few hours whenever he busted that gland. But with an 18, not something you have to worry about. You managed to take that with ease. And then the mandible is a fairly easy one. That's just a little time consuming. If you wanted to pull in some strength help on that, speed it up. But you guys are able to get them with ease. No matter how long you spend on it. Now that you've created this sonic boom in the forest. Grizz, meanwhile, Frank is summoned with ease. Sorry, go ahead, Caldrum.
What did we all harvest?
So you picked up 2 eyes. Actually, you were able to get four of the eyes with that, I'll say. And did you want the mandibles and claws? Are you going for both?
Yeah.
All right. We'll say 5 mandibles, and let's just take a nice little run, and 7 claws off of these guys.
Seven.
And then Clank,
okay,
how much of that did you recover?
I'd say he'd probably recovered enough to make like a breastplate out of it.
Okay. And then Althea, obviously you were able to get your blood.
Correct.
Althea's a vampire. We don't know it yet, but she got bit. She's a vampire, straight up. No doubt.
That'd be pretty funny. All right. So Frank is summoned. Anything else you guys want to do? You taking off? Who else do you want?
Yeah, I'm assuming once we'll all meet back up or whatnot. Siddle, you had messaged Sildar yesterday, earlier today, can't remember. And let him
Earlier
know
today,
that
I think.
Yeah, that day that we were going to teleport back to Silvery Moon this afternoon. After we had accomplished this, did he say anything to you? If he could meet us there?
Okay, I can't scroll back far enough to see the exact wording, but it was basically, "Oh, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but yes, I'll see you there."
Yeah, that's pretty much the exact wording. You're good.
Well, fucking A, got it. Cool. I have nothing else I'm going to do for right now. Keldrum, are we? I'm assuming we'll go back to Silver Moon. And then I'll look at the group. Sildar has let me know that he can meet us. He can meet us in Silver Moon. I can meet up with him in the Lord's Alliance office and talk to him. I'm going to ask him if he could give us any help, and let him know to, if they can, try to make peace with some of the other factions for right now, and hunker down the defenses of the towns. That we have some things we need to accomplish, and I'll give him an overview of some of the evils that we face, and hopefully that'll help stop the deaths of some across Farron for right now. So
Potion speed would be pretty cool if he has them. Just saying.
I will ask him for assistance. Anything that would help us for sure. But I'll try to remember that for sure.
Yeah, if only we had like a bunch of extra gold that we can buy some stuff with, but the horde that we got this time just wasn't that good. But anyways, hey, I'm ready now. I'm ready to head back to Silvery Moon.
I'm good.
Okay. And you guys begin journeying back. It's a couple-day journey for you. You've got
I thought we were teleporting.
Oh, you guys teleporting back? Yeah.
From here, and then that way Sildar can meet us today, or at least I thought that's what we told him, but that was the intent. If I mixed up time.
No, that's right.
Well, that was the intent. I just didn't know if you guys were going.
Oh,
doing it.
yeah.
Because we're going back to the Maelstrom tomorrow.
You'll okay.
And it's early afternoon at this point, so there's still some day left, but you guys managed to teleport back to the cabin. It is solo at this point, all alone. No one broken in. You see Keldrum kind of poke his head out, look around a little bit out of curiosity this time, and yeah, you guys are back in the cabin, heading to town.
Hey,
Cool.
so Amro, question for you. And I'll say this in front of the group too. So you tried to talk to the entity a while ago. I might have a way for you to talk to it on your own terms. I'm not sure yet. It's shot in the dark here. Do you want to try it this time?
My halberd lights up so quick. Oh, before we
I'll explain how the sleep spell works, or the dream spell works. Again, I'm not sure if this thing is considered a creature or not, but if anybody's familiar with it, it's you.
it, mm, Emerald?
glance
No,
at
no, time. We don't
Caldrum and see if he's like giving death stares, like where he's at.
hear me out, guys. Listen, we're gonna go into either the fire giants, Nisana, stuff like or Nisana. Sorry, Caldrum. No, Nisana. Emmerith. We're gonna go these massive battles. I have a very big concern. Amric over here is gonna lose his shit, and that's gonna be the death of all of us. So I'd rather try to get this figured out sooner rather than later.
I
I-
agree.
I'm indifferent right now.
Dude, tell me there's a
That's
chance.
not a bad idea.
As
Not a
long
bad
as
idea.
we are all
As long as we're prepared.
and Amrok, I have to ask you, if you lose and you change, what do you want us to do? I have not touched you when you've changed yet. What do you want us to do though if you lose control again?
You told me you've pulled me out of it with your healing before, right?
And I'll always try that first, Amrok. Always. But what if we can't pull you out of it?
I feel like
What do we
if we prepare, like take off the armor, make sure he can't get the axes, make sure he's well positioned to where he can't, isn't strategically advantaged against us.
I think I could take him.
Yeah. We can take
fuck. Oh shit. That was a challenge. But Amrok, I guess and I'll look at the group. If we go into these battles and you lose control, let's just say we don't figure this out. And are we willing to go into these battles and be okay and take the chance? And if that's the case, that's fine. But I think we all have to think about that for a moment.
So-
If you
Val-
lose control
a
with
valid
Imrith,
question, but let me ask you this: Does the spell, does it say that we're going to gain control of this creature,
no.
this entity, Roy, as I've called him?
Mm,
it's not this playing field, right? It puts you in
Still
a
freezing
dream
for any.
with this other
Yeah, he's freezing
thing,
for me
right?
as well.
I think what
Can you
Warwick's
hear me
trying
now?
to I think what Warwick's trying to say is that when you go into this dreamlike state, that's maybe you could talk to it and come to terms. Maybe I don't know. Warwick, correct me if I'm wrong,
Am I
but
freezing? Can you hear me? Am I freezing?
yeah, you're fine now.
Okay. No, yeah, no. And basically you control the dream. They don't control it, you control it. Now I don't know the abilities of this thing, but what I was hoping, Caldrum said, hey, let's make sure we're prepared. You know, Caldrum, your dad is super interested in how this thing works. I don't know if there's anything he can do to help us, or maybe it might make sense for us to do this in his presence. So maybe he can study and maybe understand or look at what, if Amric's fidgeting. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out here. Amric, you don't want to go to Mirror. You do want to understand this thing. This is kind of like an in between.
Oh, for sure. I was on board before, and I'm on board now. I think, Grizz, back to your original question, if you can't heal me to get me out, just at least subdue me. I do have a little fear, and Caldrum, look, that if you actually kill me, what's to say this doesn't inhabit one of you?
like that pesky spirit back there that we fought. It's a valid point.
So I would
So
say
don't you think
subdue.
Gabriel will protect you?
Hold on, what'd you say?
Don't you think Gabriel would protect you?
I'm not worried about myself.
Dude, them is fighting words right there.
I think he meant that Gabriel would keep it out of you.
Because
I'm not
Gabriel
worried.
is in
I'm
you.
not worried about myself. I'm worried about it taking over someone else if Emmerich dies. That's
Hammer,
A
we're
lot of
not
faith for
getting-
somebody that doesn't show up for you.
the halberd lights up a little bit more. He's still here, Reed. He's still here.
You keep telling yourself that.
magical popcorn's coming out.
I'm
As
just
mentioned at the beginning of this session, double damage for party is still in
More
play.
This is more about Emmerich here. Let's not worry about Gabriel. Just any of that. This is more about Emmerich and this thing. We'll just do that.
I'm on board, and that's what I would say is don't kill me just in case. I think it's a necessary way to confine it, but
The only reason we were that whole thing happened before is because it happened mid battle, caught us off guard. It happened like all of a sudden caught us off guard. I think if we prepare, we're not going to kill you. Unless you give us a reason to, which if we do prepare properly, I think you're totally fine. Don't worry about it.
You're my drinking partner. I could never kill
Bardic
you.
inspiration. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'll roll a persuasion check just to make sure. Do I persuade him enough? Here.
Go for it.
30. Does that persuade you enough?
I mean,
That's a 30.
No,
Deception.
it doesn't.
No, deception. Deception.
what
Yeah,
are you
I was
trying to
gonna say,
persuade me to do? I've already
no, I'm-
agreed that I do the dream thing.
I think he's convincing you that they're not going to kill you.
I'm just trying
unless
to persuade
absolutely
you.
necessary.
Trying to give you a little bit of ease. That
Yeah.
we're not gonna kill you. We're just gonna subdue you.
All right.
Deception. What?
I believed you. No reason to even incite you. I believed you. I was just giving you instruction. Grizz asked the question.
Oh, I
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, never mind.
So are we thinking about doing that right now, or do we have other plans? Like, where are our
No,
heads at?
I'm going into town to meet Sildar at the Lord's Alliance office and ask him for some help to give him a rundown of everything going on. So I can meet back up with you at the tavern later.
So you think
because-
we should do it without you here?
No,
Why
I
not do it
think
now?
we should wait. I think we should
Let's
wait
do
till
it.
nighttime
I don't
and
know.
then do it.
Whenever you're ready. But not now. We're good. We gotta prepare, gotta talk to Caldrum's dad, stuff like that. I was just throwing it out as an option for whenever you feel comfortable.
I mean, alternatively, I could just tap into it now. We could restrain me, tap into it, and you guys could try and talk to them. It doesn't have to
Nope.
be me. It doesn't have to be in a dream. We could just talk, have a conversation. It was subdued last time, as far as Althea told me.
We also had a lich come out at that time as well. Whether it was a
Okay.
joke or not, but that was a bad time. That
I wasn't
didn't
there
go
for
well.
the lich. I don't know, but
Yeah,
Wait,
that,
there was
that-
a lich?
do we remember that it was Reed? Like, do we know that it disappeared?
I was
I don't
in the
think we
room.
did.
The deck when he threw the card out. So I'm just gonna sit there and chuckle a little bit.
You guys didn't see it, but I think at this point you've, I don't think he's owned up to it yet.
Yeah, so
He's
I
denied
wouldn't
it,
know.
but you have a
I think
strong
it was called him
suspicion.
out.
Yeah.
I'd also be confused because I didn't see it.
Yes, a lich came out and it just happened to disappear like an
That's
illusion.
right.
Didn't hurt anyone, but
It's almost like somebody threw out a card or something. But I
Are you
wouldn't know.
sure
anything
you
about
guys
it.
weren't drinking?
I
No.
wouldn't know anything.
oh no,
Or someone
drinking.
didn't slip something in your drink?
Or someone didn't slip a card under a door.
A lot of illusionary
Who's to
magic.
say?
I don't know. Who knows? But now, Amric, to answer your question, I didn't know if that was which one was more of a non-confrontational to this thing. I don't want to do anything to piss it off by any means. Whatever turn is, I just want to know that we're in a good position whenever we go into these next bigger battles. That's all.
I think having all of you, the ability to have all of you ask this question is better than one person asking. That's just me.
If you think you know this thing better than us, if you think that's a better stance than you trying to make friends with it first, I'm cool with it. Whatever get comfortable with. You have the axe. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that like Griswold was. So
I kind of like rub my hand real quick. Yeah, that axe is nice.
but on that note, I think it'd be great to have Caldrum's dad there too, especially if we're all going to talk to this thing. I think Caldrum's dad would absolutely love that shit. That's just me personally. Caldrum, you convince daddy, see what he does. But on that note, I'm going to head to the library for a little bit. So, Grizz, while you're doing your thing, I'm going to go to the library for a little bit.
Yeah,
I get
Frank
a
and
long
I'll go
rest.
to the Yeah, Frank and I'll go to the
You
Lord's
get a
Alliance office.
long rest, like a super long rest. I'm sleeping in. I'm going to get 14 hours of sleep today. Nice.
Everyone gets inspiration.
Okay, so Warwick's into the library. Grizz and Frank heading to the Lord's Alliance.
Lord's Alliance.
As we come back to that, what does everyone else want to do? Who's doing what? We'll break on the town, try to speed this up a little bit. Anyone have anything they want to accomplish? Amrook, you said you're heading back for a rest?
It's just
I'm gonna do some spell copying, I think, from that book.
All right.
Early start on it.
All right. Yeah, you got some downtime essentially. I mean, it's midday, just afternoonish.
Yeah, how much time do we have?
I guess that's the question. I mean, there's no. You can stay in Silvermoon as long as you want.
reached out to Hecate,
Well, until
right?
tomorrow,
And
right?
told him we were gonna go in the morning to
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Yeah, so we're heading back to the Maelstrom first thing in the morning. We out of character. We have a general idea of what time it opens up. So we're going to use the conchs to head back at that time. The other question is, do we want to get Harshnag at some point? Like, I don't know.
It's probably a good idea if we get Harshnag. Yeah.
He was in Waterdeep having a great time. So I don't know if he's still there. I'm assuming it's been a couple days. He might be. Who knows? But he was in Waterdeep at least. So whenever we're ready to do that, just let me know. And we'll look into that one. But yeah, so I'd say, look, let's spend a couple hours, meet back at the tavern. I don't know, dinner-ish time, grab some dinner, and then
Would it be easier for Vosa just to go grab him real quick during that period of time
Probably.
which we can?
I don't think so. I don't know. Has he ever met Vosa? He might get
Yeah,
a little.
he came with us to the Maelstrom.
Yeah, you would know
Oh,
Vosa.
I don't remember that. I legit just don't remember. That's all. Okay, yeah. I mean, maybe I can send her a message and send him a message, and see if that works out. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink at the tavern. So
Oh,
All right,
dude.
Reed getting some of the drink. Oh man, Reed and
We're
Amrook
going-
drinking again.
We're going for the Acorn Ale. We're in Silvery Moon. Right?
You are in Silver
All
Moon.
right, we're going for the Acorn Ale.
all right, round two, huh? Round two, we're gonna be real convincing somehow when we're hammered.
Gotta do.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Hey,
So
Amrook,
copying
does
spells, you guys drinking. Okay.
does that dream spell? Did you ask Warwick if that dream spell works? But if you're drunk, because I heard drinking inhibits your sleep patterns. So I don't know. Will that?
You know what? I've heard that as well. Something about your REM sleep, that you can't get into it, so therefore you can't dream. I don't know. Let's try and find out, and
I'll cheers as well.
All right. So I'm gonna cut to everybody else here in a moment. But as you guys are drinking at the tavern, a couple things you find out. One, You guys are insanely popular now in Silvery Moon. You are bothered all night by people coming up to you, asking for autographs, asking for storytelling, trying to get sketches made with you. A few people trying to hold the sketchbook and like take. It's almost like they're drawing a picture of you guys from afar. It's like a pre-sketch selfie, a sketchy selfie. No, you guys are they're buying you guys drinks left and right. Everyone wants to almost brag about their stories and things they've accomplished. Nothing more than killing a couple runaway items in a swamp, sort of thing. But you guys are heroes, legends in this town at this point. You noticed it in town as everyone was kind of pointing, keeping their eyes and their distance from you. But watching as you guys crossing down the street in the tavern, now that you're approachable, heroes.
I start spreading rumors time that I can find it in the conversation about how if the Warwick's junk is Griswold's. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you. Out of character. That's awesome. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah, as he's saying that, but Reed's gonna chime in. And he does have a stone tongue though. He will not be able to talk to you.
I want you each to give me a
Chat.
persuasion check. With advantage because you're doing this at the at that mid-level drunken stage where you get
Yeah,
the silver tongue.
I can't wait.
Oof.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
not how I expected it.
All right.
Griswold's got a
That's-
big dick. Yeah, this is awesome.
Well, mine was an insult, so
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
tongue to be determined.
yeah.
All right, so that's going on. Warwick, what did you want to do in the library? Settle your spell and copying spells.
Um,
What are you looking for here?
I think we've already looked up stuff on Imrith, right? And
Yep.
if we dug like super deep into oh shit. Oh, Bogental. Do we dig super deep into that?
You did decently well. Mostly you relied pretty heavily on the firsthand speakings with his dad, Scoutham's dad, since he actually worked together. You guys did do some research on some. Yeah, you did a good amount of research on Bogental. Now that I look back.
Okay. So it's like things that are popping in my head are
Yeah, you
all
guys
right,
did
we
the
have
museum. You
Amrook.
guys did, yeah.
We have Amrook. We're looking into that. We have Bogental. We've looked into that a lot. Nasana, nobody's really gonna know a ton of shit about that. We've looked into Osmeroth. These voids. You know what? I'm gonna we haven't looked into that crazy much. And since Griswold asked me about his dad and talking to him, I'm gonna go do some research on voids, fissures, that type of thing, and see what I can find. And would you like an investigation?
I would.
Shit, here we go. 25. I'm gonna use my last lucky point just to see if I can roll a nat 20. All right, I didn't. So 25 it is.
Okay. I'm gonna come back and dump some information for you. Some now, some after the game, but you will track a number of things down as you investigate fissures and portals and gates.
Cool.
Cool. And Grizz, before we get back to you, a couple others that I'll just leave open here. Clank, Althea, what are you doing? And Cal.
I got food and went to my room.
Okay. And you were a bit of a hero as well. You as you got food, it came on the house. You struggled to make it to your room. You were kind of stopped a good number of times by kids, by females there, by a great number of men that were trying to garner your attention as you made your way towards your room.
Yeah, they were.
You just you tell them all to screw them that buzz off.
She's got a man. His name's Warwick.
All right. Clank Caldrum.
I am headed to my room, and I am working on writing a scroll, 2nd level spell.
Okay.
So however many hours I can get on that.
And yeah, it's. I mean, before you guys have to go into rest mode, you can knock out probably 12 hours worth of downtime and a lot of this stuff.
Clank is gonna go try to find an interested buyer in his Umber Hulk chitin.
All right. Yeah, and you managed to find a number of them throughout the city. Pretty good location for it. A number of skilled artisans. Kind of two or three that are highly recommended. That are very interesting. You're just looking to sell it outright, not transfer it at all, or
Pretty
not
much,
transition
yeah.
at all. Okay. I'm gonna say that you find two interested buyers that are making a push for it in particular, and they're willing to in a little bit of a bidding war. For the amount that you have, I'll say they're gonna bid up to about 600 gold pieces for the amount that you have.
Nice.
Yeah, whichever one is willing to give me 600, Clank's just like, okay, and hands it to him.
And they seem pretty excited about it. I don't see a lot of the Upper Hulk chitin around. They're already plotting on what they can use it for and how they can we can just work on it. So yeah, you got a haul because you had plenty of time to take it. There was a large amount there. They think they can turn it into a few different vests.
All right, Clank's happy. He'll go back and he'll watch the drunkenness at the bar. He'll just stand there in screensaver mode and just watch them.
And nobody knows Clank. He recognized that you're with them. They kind of see it, but he's sitting in the shadows here as you see Reed and Rook just going nuts at the bar with some drinking games, some singing, storytelling. You catch a little bit of about Griswold's junk and its significant size. Sounds kind of like an accent gone wrong. And it sounds like someone cast a stone shape spell on him too. Something about his tongue being off. But all right, Grizz, you make your way to the Lord's Alliance office. Momentarily met by Sildar, who seems to arrive from the back room. What are you looking to do in the conversation here?
Just I'll say, I don't want to say for expediency's sake, but I sent off a long message the other day.
You did?
Yeah, basically it's giving him an overview, thanking him for coming. I recognize his Sildar, I recognize that you are um, higher in the Lord's Alliance, and I appreciate the expediency here. I hope that we could speak as friends, a little bit more than members at the moment. And if he's willing to do
He's in
so,
agreement with that. Yep.
I candidly, kind of give him an overview of some of this stuff I sent, basically about how we, well, I won't say bartered, but befriended the Giants, officially cleared the Lord's Alliance name, how we did that, goes through some of the detail of how we tracked down the Kraken Society, more detail into those things and got them to admit it, all that kind of stuff. Basically, a whole bunch of stuff. Also, kind of spewing into the we've wrestled with the Kraken Society, and we think that there's potentially an offset with Nasana, how she's going to potentially do her own thing, but we're not sure. But that's something after Imrith, and then end with, asking, a couple of things, if they can kind of hunker down and put up a defense, because we have some high attacks that we're about to go do. Secondly, I mean, if he has any information on the Giants, fire Giants, anything like that, any kind of information, that'd be dope. And thirdly, they were able to offer their ships and support to us, which we weren't able to utilize last time. But thanking him, and then asking him if, with us going into some of the battles that we're going to go into, if the Lord's Alliance would be able to offer us any help, with any kind of support, whether it's weaponry or protection, potions, things like that. Knowing that we may not come back, but anything that we could do, because we're I think the next big push that we're about to have is to really save Farron at this point. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Okay.
Just to clarify, I would have also tried to make sure that whoever's around the Lord's Alliance, like it was just him and I, kind of like chatting on that.
Oh yeah, it would have
tried
been
to
private on your own.
Okay, perfect. So, in a nutshell,
So I'm gonna drop more here for you later, but in a quick summary of your conversation with Sildar, very rumors of what you've accomplished have rippled across and have reached his ear, even beyond the reports that you've told him. Based on some of the things that the Phandalin Phive have done, they have seen a drastic reduction in the overall attacks of the frost giants up in the north of the 10 towns. In fact, attacks have all but ceased within the area, and from what they've been able to tell, the frost giants have retreated in most ways and nearly abandoned their fort, their stronghold. There are reports of, as they're regrouping, of them mobilizing on their ships and heading out, but basically no more attacks on the towns. They have ceased any of that. On the downside, they've had to, because of the lack of giant presence that have happened, there's been an influx of dragon activity, trying to reclaim some of the territory. He tells you that they've been fighting off a couple in particular, one an ancient white dragon by the name of Elderwing, or Alderwing, Alder. He said there's also been a few other younger dragons trying to make a name for himself. He mentions the name where are you? Palewing,
you said
as
Pale
well
Wing?
as Palewing, yep, as well as
Okay.
Keen Speaker.
Keen Speaker. Okay. Does he give
And another that they have
locations?
not been able to recognize yet. They've just been calling the dragon with the scar. That's okay. Seems to be an adult. And it is a territorial battle in the north right now.
Okay. Is he able to say? Is he able to say around what town, or is it just spread out among like most of the north? Roughly.
Yeah, he as he describes it to you, it's they have had various territories, and let me just this will be the easiest way for the time being. You know, they've kind of had territories sitting in these areas here, but having been kept back for a few different reasons.
I didn't see. I see where you're going now. Okay, understood.
Yeah. So the battles are kind of occurring over there, but what he's saying is that not only are they jockeying for territory, but now it's essentially moving this way as well, onto the 10 towns, and they're expanding their territory. What was previously kept from the Sea of Moving Ice here, where the giant stronghold was, and were able to push back, they now seem to be expanding that territory to a much larger regime.
Okay. I copied the. Holy fuck, man. That is ridiculous.
Now, that is also creating some issues because you are. Actually, I'm a little too far over on this. I should take this back with where it is because they are getting very close into Clouthen Vale, which is pushing things over. So it is more like that. Because as Amrook has told you before, you recognize that there is a large amount of Klaus domain in this particular vicinity.
Yes. Okay.
And they have mentioned Cloth himself has been seen a little bit more often. He has not been this active in a while. But anyway, so he talks a little bit about that and what's keeping them busy, and that's mobilizing them. He's saying that the sea has seemed to slow down a little bit, but ships have not picked up the regularity again with the shipping channels. Though there are positive signs based on what you guys may have done, that it may open up again soon. You filled him in about Imrith. As far as getting able to give you support and magic items, he He is going to offer you a number of things. Basically, my armories. The armories are low. He's going to tell you that they lost a batch of the armory in Mirabar, as they've had limited access to it in recent months, as
Oh.
well as.
That's a good segue. Thank you. Go ahead.
But
Sorry.
I got that for you as well here. As well as they've put a lot on the front lines as they've been fighting these battles here over the period of time. So it has been a bit of a struggle. I mean, they're well connected, but these are not a legendary item type of group. And so they've lost a few things. He talks a few about in the far south if you needed to, down in Baldur's Gate, etc. But around Silvery Moon, there's a number of +1 weapons that he's willing to offer you that should you need it for borrow. Potions are low. They beat through a large number of their healing potions and others on each of the front lines that they've been fighting this battle for a while. So they've depleted a lot of those resources. But he is willing to offer whatever they have at this point as he starts listing them. Is a lot of just common and uncommon magic items, a large number, but nothing of significant substance.
No, I can understand. I had a feeling that I almost didn't want to ask, but with the upcoming battle, I figured I needed to just in case. But I greatly appreciate that. I certainly don't want to deplete the armory knowing it's this low. I appreciate that.
So I'll come back to Mirabar here. The other thing, as far as maintaining peace, that's kind of always been their goal, but he's willing to put the extra effort onto it, and they want to unify as much as possible, recognizing the higher level goals. Mostly from you guys having kept them in the loop, understanding that the threats may be greater than the smaller things that they have, and so they're doing their best to maintain some semblance of order and unification amongst various cities, temporarily pulling maybe smaller squabbles throughout, although they start having their trouble with various cities, but trying to unify those a little bit better.
3 separate questions that might be quick.
Yep.
2 might be quick. One, I was told that I was a higher rank within the Lord's Alliance. I was just curious what all that involved.
Yeah, now that you have it, you basically have the right to call for mobilization of the Lord's Alliance guards in any city that would have them. And you are the highest ranking general in almost all of them, and would outrank any of the local city guard, the local captains, etc. You would basically be able to call a. Where's my notes here?
Like the state troopers coming in with tools and pulling right. Stick.
That's pretty much it. You're the feds at this point.
Dope.
No, you can pull. I'm trying to find my notes here, but yeah, you outrank the lieutenants as well, and you can take a platoon essentially as needed, made up of a few dozen men in cities that are able to do so. You're also you would also take charge in any city as far as being the top rated area that should one fall under attack or anything else. Full battle plans for the city, for the guard, for the Lord's Alliance guard, etc.
Dope. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans.
Okay.
Do you how do I ask this? So do you have any pull with anyone that could maybe repair or say upgrade a blacksmith of arcane nature that can maybe help us out with a few enchantments? I understand that the armories are low, but do you know of anyone that might be able to help us quickly with something like that? Is that
He indicates that they've got a few blacksmiths that are on their pay that would be able to elevate priority.
cool? All right, I'll ask him location, but we can chat about that later. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Um, lastly, Mirabar. I've heard interesting things about Mirabar. It seems that there's rumors that the Maraschino, and I catch myself, the Marchion, excuse me, the Marchion is doing something there, and that everyone that is not of dwarven descent is being held captive or something like that. That they are searching for something. Is that true? It seems like something's going on.
He's going to tell you a little bit more about what he's seen in the past. He recognizes the Marchion has previously been a friend of the Lord's Alliance as member states. However, they were recently notified by the Marchion's one of his lieutenants that the Chamb3r is pulling out of the Lord's Alliance and no longer supports it. They no longer wish to be an official member. As this created some inquiries, they were denied access to the city and locked out entirely. In fact, very few have come and gone from the city in general. What they have found is that in some of the scouting, there seems to be a mobilization of the army, as well as a increased effort in the mines. And if you are not of one of those two purposes, that you are there's some issues. There's some they're basically putting everyone that they can to work in one form or another, either in the mines or in the military. There has been reports of heavy violence, of starvation in the streets, of ransacking various areas, particularly that of there's a bit of a seems to be a bit of a preference towards a dwarven nature at the moment, and those of the humans are being treated as second-class citizens on the. And from what you know about Chamb3r, there's kind of two tiers. There's the underground mines and the underground city, and there's the upper city. The upper city tended to be a little bit of a mix, but heavy, more populated human. Underneath, it was a heavy dwarven race. Obviously, Chamb3r considering the entirety of it. However, it seems more of the dwarves are coming to light and seems to be raising up a little bit, and that less of the humans are being seen and are tucked away. There are reports of the violence of jailings, etc. And with the strict guard on the outside of the city, very tough to get too many scouts in or out to find out much more. But the increase in violence, particularly from the mayor, the Marchion himself, seems to be the common thread here. Numerous reports of hangings, of slaughter, of him personally doing the killing. It has Lord's Alliance very, very concerned.
Sildar, can I tell you something in private that I must ask that you do not repeat to anyone at all?
He's going to look around and give you his confidence.
Do I need to make a perception check to see if I know I've spilled a lot. Do I need to make a perception check to see if this is if I really like if this is Sildar, like if I know it's.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Would have used your passive perception up till now.
And I'm still carrying the lantern, aren't I? Because no one took that shit off of me, right?
You are.
That's out. Perception, which is garbage, but let's find out what I roll. 6.
Swear it was Sildar. Yep, looks almost sort of just like him. Sildar was wearing the same hat last time.
Okay. Do I see anything with the lantern?
No, you guys are just in a protected room. I need to mention last time that there are some magical cloaks on these on this building.
Okay. I would give him a
Plus,
Sildar.
we are in Silvery Moon, so.
Oh
yes,
shit!
you're already cloaked beyond that as well.
Yep.
And
Thanks,
he's gonna let you know that you don't need to say anything. If it's about your large junk, I already understand. I've heard the rumors.
If Griswold could blush, he would blush for sure. It's about Amrook, but not his junk. That I. Anyways, we know that Amrook is from Chamb3r. We know that the Marchion had him looking for a scepter of some sort. Some evil, I don't know. But upon finding that, something took over Amrook. I don't know if the Marchion has this. Out of character, did Amrook tell us that the scepter was back there? He did, correct? I'm trying not to spill anything to Sildar that I don't know, because I know Amrook has been
Yes.
selective. So I
Believe
want to
he's
be.
mentioned that. Yeah. I think he's talked about that.
I'll say that I do if we find out that he had. Oh, Carl unmuted. Carl, did you tell us that?
I definitely told you quite a bit in confidence.
Yes. Yep. We know that there's some type of evil. Don't know what that is, but I'm worried, severely worried, that something is going on. I don't know if it's the same thing that's happening with the Marchion right now, but it's of great concern to us. I
And he's
don't
going to
have.
tell you he hopes Amrook doesn't suffer the same fate. There have been reports of the Marchion with his blood red eyes, and as well as a bit of a bloodthirst, and out of his top generals as well. They've seen at least 3, which would represent similar symptoms as he describes them from what you've seen from Amrook.
We haven't seen it yet, and I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping it doesn't come upon him, but.
Okay, give me a deception check.
All right. Come on, that 20. Yep. 5. Damn it. I thought
Okay.
I had that 17. I thought I had it.
Okay. He momentarily pauses as you say this and gives you a slightly odd look, but lets it slide.
You said so does 3 of his generals as well?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we're going to have to go up there at some point, the Phandalin 5, and find out what's going on, but. Yeah. Does the Lord's Alliance have any. Do the Lord's Alliance have any plans on trying to sneak in there? I know you said it's difficult, but. Or is this something that we'll worry about later?
Not in their depleted condition.
Okay.
And while maintaining this northernmost position, so far it seems isolated to the city, and while concerning to them, they are not making it part of their concern at this point, other than keeping a close eye on it and getting gathering more information.
Got it. Okay. Oh, damn. That sucks. Okay. That's all I got. That's. Thank you, Sildar. I understand it was a pain getting here, but I hope that what I've mentioned helps a little bit, and we'll see what has yet to come.
Okay. And yeah, as always, he wishes you the best, anything that you need, and congratulates you on you and the Phandalin 5 for the heights that you have climbed as a party, and how far you've come from that traveling group of friends from so far, of strangers, I should say, from so far ago.
Kind of pull him in and give him a hug.
Yeah, he gives you the little hip out, like pat on the back, like this is weird, but you seem to need this. You know, you've had a tough go of it. He seems to think that it's good for you.
He's giving pity on Griswold. Thanks, Sildar. I hope we meet again sometime. I'll keep you in the loop of things. And I'll
Okay.
head on off to the tavern.
Good. And then as you get back to the tavern, you find that there's one Amrook and Reed just living it up in there. You see Clank sitting in the corner. At this point, he's got a hat. They another hat they put on top of his hat. Reed seems to try to get him in once in a while, but keeping to himself. But yeah, Reed and Amrook, the life of the party. And as you walk in, immediately swooned upon. All the men want to be you, all the women want to have you, sort of thing. The ladies seem to be giving you some very interesting looks. Those that have been there, you recognize not only a drunken stupor, but also a perhaps a little lust behind the eyes. So the women going upon you, the men all want to either arm wrestle you or get your autograph. And you guys are just the life of the town here. You're heroes at this point in Silvery Moon. And you find this picking up more and more in the cities, but you don't spend a lot of time in cities anymore. And so you don't get a lot of this.
Oh shit, Ryan. I would say that when I walk in, I probably went up to Ryan and Amrook, like a Reed and Amrook close to them. So if you would allow, my 10-foot aura would give him a +2. I don't know if that helps him with the 11, but if it does, I wanted to at least.
All right, I'm going to use an 11 here.
Do I see that they're both? Do I see that they're both hammered, like totally fucked?
Oh, for sure.
I got a 22. I don't know what you're talking about.
That doesn't mean you're
Amrook's
not
gonna be holding
hammered.
it
You're
pretty
just
well.
carrying it well.
Yeah.
If I see
Reed's looking to puke and rally here. He's getting pretty close to it.
If I see that Reed is Reed's close, I'll use let me just read something. I'll use 5 points of my lay on hands because it can cure one disease. Let me just make sure I'm reading this correctly. I'm pretty sure it'll cure one disease or like one type of an effect, like poison, for instance.
Yep.
And I'll use 5 points. I know we've had our differences, but I'm
Is
glad
this
you're
before? Hold on.
here. Go ahead.
Is this before or after you touch me that you say this?
I'm gonna heal you. I'm gonna put
Okay,
my
you're
hand
putting
on
your
you.
hand on me and then saying this?
Yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
heal you and say, we've had our differences, but I'm glad you're here. And I'll pat you on the back, and I'm gonna.
That
give you a
makes
nod
one
and-
of us.
I just chuckle.
And I'll give him a head nod and a little grin.
I chuckle, nod back, and Frank and I head upstairs.
I'll say same.
I'll head upstairs.
And I'll, with my newfound secret wealth, I'll give him a gold piece and tell him to get a nail.
Thanks. I'm pretty sure we're drinking for free, but thank you.
I'm hammered. It doesn't matter. Reed just knows he has goodies in his bag. That's
Thank you.
all.
If you could get me some some armor, some adamantine armor with that'd be appreciative.
You
I
still
just
haven't
ch-
found someone to do that for you.
I'll chuckle and I'll chug back a beer real quick or an ale, and then I'll walk upstairs. I don't mention anything, just kind of a chuckle.
Okay.
For 1 gold piece, right? Adamantine armor for 1 gold piece.
1 gold, yeah. It seems like it at this in this drunken state that you can get by with it.
I thought the DM was going to be like, yeah, 1 gold piece is awesome. Shit.
Hey, you can commit to anything whenever you're drunk.
All right, deal. Yeah, yes, 1 gold piece.
Okay. Anything else you guys wanted to accomplish before the end of the night, before I roll this over?
Talk to Papa Caldrum.
Oh, when Warwick gets back and see you and Reed shitface, we're not doing it.
What the fuck?
Nope. me and potentially me and Griswold are gonna go talk to his dad, but no, I'm not gonna.
I mean,
not
that's the
risking it.
perfect time to do it whenever I'm drunk.
Out of all the times, like, you're gonna grow up, like, this is the one.
I think him being
Yeah.
drunk puts him at disadvantage to attack anything, try anything. Either
I
that or
feel like it gives him advantage of taking you over.
That's a great point.
that's
not
what
risking
we
it.
want to happen. We want
No,
you to be able to talk.
we don't. No, we don't want you 100% losing. No, nope, not doing it.
I think it's the perfect. I think this
I didn't.
is perfect time.
I didn't know you were bitch made, Warwick.
Nope, not doing it. You guys have fun though. Get your drink on. Keep drinking. I like it.
Are you
Do
do
your thing.
want to talk to this entity about them?
Ooh,
Oh
that
no.
would be
Don't-
fun.
Nope.
Amrook is drunk. He would. Yep. I
Don't need everyone.
There's some ladies around Amrook hanging on you, and they're like, "Yeah, you guys should do it. You don't need them."
We could probably
I'll,
get Althea, Caldrum, and take care of it.
You
I don't
probably.
need
They hear about another girl, and they're like, "You don't need her either."
Yeah, let me go. I'll go think about.
Just
I
the
gotta,
two of you.
I gotta
You're the
run
real
back.
Phandalin 5. You got
I gotta
this.
run back to my room real quick. I'll be back. And I'm just gonna
You guys want to get out of here? Head to somewhere else?
and head up to my room.
That's good.
We'll give it 20 minutes.
Oh shit.
I could have another ale by then.
Yeah. Let the juices flow.
Where's
Oh,
Caldrum? Is
no.
Caldrum back?
Oh god.
Galdrum's up in his room recording.
Do
He's working on a spell scroll.
want to try and get Caldrum and Citadel in on this? I'm sure Althea. He had a lot. Listen, we'll be safe. We'll restrain me. You guys just have a chat. That's all I'm saying.
Are you? I turn around and I said I'd be back. I'm gonna head up to my room. You're talking to what you think is Warwick, and it's just some ugly chick that.
I'm
is
talking
standing
to Reed. I'm talking to
Oh, you're
Reed.
talking to
Yeah,
Reed. I
yeah.
think it's Warwick.
Warwick left,
Yeah,
and Reed
Yeah,
said,
I'm
"Give him 20 minutes. If he's not back,
If
we're
I-
gonna do this."
if I see Griswold as I'm walking up, I'm ready if you are. I'm gonna keep walking my way.
Yeah, we can try. Might as well.
No one's looking. I'm gonna pop a good. Get nice.
Oh, we're fucked. We are so fucked.
We are
You
in
feel
it.
full. You're
We are
a
ready.
little less drunk as well. A little more sober. It's a little more dexterous than you were before with that loosening up.
Amrook, it's been a while. Do you have any more of those?
I was trying to do it stealthily. I will sleight a hand if you want.
Okay, go give the sleight of hand.
At disadvantage or advantage?
I'm gonna go sleight of hand at disadvantage. Perception from Reed at disadvantage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
12.
I have a 0 dex. Oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah, you
so
you
your
don't hide
question
it at all.
stands.
You
No,
you just do that.
I haven't told anybody in the party yet. I'll look in my little pouch and I'll pull one out. Don't fucking tell anyone.
I'll keep you my dirty little secret as I pop the good berry in my mouth.
You fuck. You fuck.
They were
You guys are
a
now
couple
full and
days
feel
old.
great.
Like I'm just storing them up. It's more for flavor and like when you get that itch, then it's so much of it.
I feel that with fruit. I got you. It's like a comfort thing.
Not quite pears, but
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Right when you're knocking on heaven's door, they just bring you back.
Oh shit.
All right, so you guys releasing this entity then?
Althea went up to her. Everybody went up to. Do we see Clank over there?
I think Clank's still hanging out in the corner.
Does
Yeah,
Clank
he's still-
drink?
No.
Does Clank do any kind of illicit drugs?
I
Reed
mean,
asks.
Do computer viruses count? No, he doesn't have to eat, breathe, or sleep, so he can't.
That doesn't mean he can't get inebriated.
Yeah,
He doesn't have a mouth.
I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna bring him an ale. We're gonna just go over. I'm gonna put my arm around him. Yo, Clank. Like besties. We're gonna bring him into the through here. Maybe get him to do. Got 20 minutes. Let's have a little fun before we bring the house.
Yeah.
So what's the 20-minute limit? What did I miss here?
Oh,
We're
this
giving
was
Warwick 20 minutes whether he comes back or not.
yeah.
Got it. So you guys think Dad's coming back down? You got 20 minutes before you get yelled at.
He said he would be back. Dad said he was coming back. Now, whether he went to the store to go get milk and cigarettes, I don't know.
My father said that once. He didn't come back.
Exactly.
And
You know,
and Reed doesn't know this, but by the conversation him and Griswold had, he ain't coming back. He went to the store to get cigarettes and milk. He just ain't coming back.
There's no fucking way.
You know who is coming back? Emerith.
Oh shit!
we don't have to do this tonight. I think we should. I think it's perfect timing. But I think we need at least one or two others just in case. You know, maybe somebody who could send a message. Want to get Siddle, if we want to Caldrum. I was hoping Warwick could be there, but Grizz might be great to be there to be able to heal me, but this is more of a what do you smart folk call it, where you go in and get information.
Interrogation?
I'll chuck.
A probe.
Exactly, I think that's the word.
There are a few more
Do I
females
need my-
hanging around there. And they're like, "We'll be there to watch. Don't worry. We can call if something goes wrong."
How attached are you to your Achilles tendons?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever been asked. How attached are you? That's a
We're
line,
pretty
maybe
solid
yours.
on each.
All right, I think we're about the same for that question.
Yeah, it's gonna make those boots real useless for you. It's gonna be real hard to push off.
You guys give Clank this ale, and you just watch him tip his whole head back and just dump it down the empty cavity.
Nice.
And
Does
it
he
just
hear,
pours
like,
out on the
sloshing
floor.
around in there then, or no? It just goes straight through.
Straight through the floor.
That's
But he
fucking
doesn't have a large bladder, I guess.
Yeah, it goes right through you, huh?
Clank is missing all his
Really?
vital organs. Clank
shit.
misses his liver.
So how did that happen to you?
As far as Clank knows, Clank died.
Are you still dead?
Shit, son.
Does body yes, soul no?
Are you
Soul in
actually-
here, as he
Are
points
you-
to himself.
Are you sure about that?
No, Clank was not made to think.
We were sleeping here, not at the treehouse, right?
Yes.
That's what we think. I think.
Yeah, because everybody apparently went upstairs here.
That's what I was gonna say. I would have ended up back at the treehouse, not knowing. Where's everybody?
Yeah, you guys have been camping at this or hanging out at this particular establishment. The treehouse was small, so you guys have been got your rooms here last time.
So, gee, once 20 minutes comes, if Warwick has not come up and fight.
Okay, Warwick, you coming back down? No.
Negative.
So you wait what you think is 20 minutes. It's actually been about an hour and a half. Time flies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That checks out.
Checks out.
And you realize he's not going back down, and you haven't seen him. You should probably go find. You get the idea that you want to track down Griswold.
I would have followed when Warwick walked by and he said, "We can. I'm ready if you are." I would have Frank and I would have followed Warwick wherever he went, and assuming that we're gonna cast Dream.
Okay, that's so you guys were going upstairs to cast Dream separately.
I guess.
Okay, so you're doing that tonight. All right. So we'll cut back here, retroactive a little bit. The hour and a half while they're down there drinking, waiting for Warwick to come back. If you guys are casting Dream now and you're putting them in the trance.
Yeah. What time? Just to clarify, I know you said it's later on. What time is it? Like, if we were to say in our time, are we
I'll
saying like?
say that 5 or 6 o'clock. It's still earlier in the day. I mean, you guys got to town at like 1. Whenever you teleported in, you had the 12 hours. You went and saw they started drinking. You guys went into the library, did a little research for a couple hours. You went to Lords of Lions. So I'm saying it's probably after dinner time.
Warwick, this may not be the best time. It's still it's still a little bit early. We can. I mean, I don't know how this works. I mean, if it's just dusk here, then
Whenever
I
you
mean,
think Papa Bear's going to be sleeping.
maybe we wait till it gets a little bit darker out, and then we try this. Is that okay with you? I
Listen,
want to
got
try this.
all the time in the world.
I want to try this. I really appreciate it.
Just let me know. You know where I'm at.
All right.
Okay. So while you guys are waiting for that, time goes a little bit by. The hour and a half passes. Now Amrook decides to come looking for him. Are you hanging out in the same room, Grizz, with Warwick? You go to your own separate room? What
I would
are
have
you doing while you're waiting here?
I would have went back to my room. I would have had a couple of words with Frank.
Okay.
And
As
I'll
discussed previously.
yeah, and just paraphrasing. I'll Frank, you've been a loyal protector for myself, this family, and Gabriel for longer than I've been here, and I fear that something has befallen. I know something has captured Griswold, or Gabriel, excuse me, and something is happening with my father. Um, I've tried to give my divine power to Gabriel as much as I can to help protect him, and it seems to help somewhat, but it may be that you have to go protect him. And I don't know what that means, but I know that would mean that I would have to sever the bond between us for you to protect him. And that's not a decision that I can make. I want to know what you think. You've been here, again, longer than I've been around. I don't know what to think about this. I haven't run across anything like this, and it seems like evil is coming around at every corner that we turn. And I don't want to let you go, Frank. You've protected this family for so long, but I fear that if something takes Gabriel out, and you being of his divine essence, that you will cease to exist.
Frank responds.
Oh.
Send over to you.
In natural form. Light. I'll just kind of put my head to Frank and kind of a term of endearment. I understand.
Bustin'. What the fuck is going on here? I'm
So
down there
you're
bragging
rising
about the
all-
size of your cock, and you're up here petting your fucking pussy.
Frank would understand that. Oh man, Frank just like turns around and glares at you.
What are you gonna as Frank glares at him? What are you gonna do? Disappear again?
Oh, are you up there too, Reed?
Yeah, where is it? We're a unit.
Oh my god, I hate the both of you.
Clank is also with them.
Clank.
Frank, please, Frank is sensing to me that he wants to kill both of you. Frank, just I understand. They're both assholes. I get it. They're drunk right now. Just ignore them. They're children. It's fine. Just I'll take care of them. What do you guys want? What's going on?
Sorry,
We're
we'll let you
summoning the
finish
boy.
with your cat first, but come on downstairs when you're done.
You barged in here like an asshole. What do you need me downstairs for? What like Frank like Griswold's frustrated like I know you're drunk. Griswold's kind of mad. What
He's
what
that
do you
sober
want?
friend that has to like take care of the drunk friends, and he's downright pissed, and everybody can tell, but he's
Yeah,
trying his
absolutely,
hardest.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
Uh-huh.
Crazy poo. I thought we were gonna talk to this entity tonight, and I didn't want to do it without you.
If fuck. If we're going to try to do that, let's follow me. Just please follow me.
All right, we're
That's-
gonna go get one more ale. We'll let you finish up,
No,
and then
no,
you
no,
come down and
please.
get us. I think that's the
No.
best thing.
Oh, I got.
No,
I
please,
told. Hey, Clank, could you go get us 3 more?
Clank,
Clank
please.
just opens up his chest and there's a beer cooler.
Reed's
I will-
eyes light up. He
I will-
snags.
I will go to smack all 3 of those. What do you want me
Okay.
to roll? What do you want me to roll?
Give me an athletics check because you got to get around Reed.
I'll deck save it.
Damn, dude, good for you. 16 to 16. You
Oh
win.
shoot!
Do
He
you win on?
blocks you out there. He managed to grab one of the 3.
Do you want Clank to roll since Clank the one that's handing them to him?
He
Yeah,
just
let's
moves
see
them out
what-
the way.
give it here.
Both
No,
of you
Reed.
miss.
Yeah,
What
Get
the
fucked,
fuck?
nerd.
Clank too fast. Just around. Beard cooler closed.
Clank, please, just don't. I understand you're new, but what we're about to do could be very dangerous. Please, and I'll look at
Get it
I'll look at Reed and Amrook. Please, I understand. I get it.
As
please.
you say, I understand. Reed's gonna take out the poison dagger and coat it.
Fuck.
Yeah, me
Jennifer?
too.
Okay.
I'm ready to take care of him.
Wait, are you pulling that out on me or pull out like
no.
Oh,
He means on Amrook.
I swear to God, I was about to cast hold person. I thought you were pulling that on me.
No,
I
no, no,
was
no.
like, oh shit.
No, you
Oh.
see Reed get real excited in his hammered state. He goes, "Don't worry, I'm ready."
Yo.
Okay. Just I understand the excitement, but we don't want to kill him. Look, let's just go find Warwick. Let's get Keldrum.
tickle.
What do you think that tastes
Death.
Yeah,
And-
Reed's
see it,
not
like,
too
dripping?
curious about.
Do I know?
I think it's like a tar-like substance, is it not?
Never mind.
If I remember.
Yeah,
remember the
oil
description,
or
right?
tar.
Yes.
I knew it was like a thicker goo. Yeah.
I'm gonna find. Please follow me. Let's get Warwick. Let's get Keldrum. And if we're gonna do this, we should get Keldrum's father. Truly, if we're gonna do this, that's fine. Amrook, by all means, we could get Ale to go, but we need Keldrum, Warwick, and Keldrum's father for this. Please.
I agree. I'll work on the L to go. You guys work on everything else.
No, Amrook, and I'll light up my hand. Like I don't want to heal you to take this away, but please, just I'll get the ale. I'll get you a whole fucking barrel if you want.
I'm gonna look at Amrook. I think he's lying.
Just can you please follow me?
Lead the way, my lead.
That was if you were gonna call for.
I hate the both of you
Poke
so
that
much.
bear.
I'll go find Warwick. I'll knock on Warwick's door. I don't know where
As he
Keldrum's
walks
at.
away, I want to turn to Clank and
You giving it to him, Clank?
Yeah, it's not ale.
Oh my God,
know
what
that.
is it?
It's water.
All right, I'm gonna like chug it back like I think it's ale. I'm just gonna let it like run down.
Why the
Lower
long
tankard
face?
And look at him. Clank,
I'm
I'm
I
gonna look
thought
at
you were one
it
of us.
as Amrook gives him the look. I'm gonna say, Amrook, what's wrong?
Clank
I-
did what you humans call a deception.
I fist bump Clank.
Well
That
played,
is.
sir. Well played.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get the whole party. Essentially, I'll get Warwick. We'll try to get Keldrum. We'll get Althea. We'll get Siddle. Keldrum.
Do this at the treehouse. I think that's
what-
the
Yeah, Kel, can we assume that I kind of get the group in that hallway? Is that okay, or do you?
You get everyone's attention. Whether they're coming down the hallway or not is up to them.
I'll knock on everyone's door. If you could, it slightly. Let's just meet in Keldrum's room. Let's all go there. Does
How long have we been in town now?
Like 6 hours.
Yeah. I'll say 7 or 8 now at this point. Yeah, it's you got in just say 1 o'clock, and it's probably 7 or 8 o'clock now.
Amric, we're problems when we drink.
You guys are always. Keldrum. Does everyone meet in Keldrum's room before I?
Yeah, I'm gonna be crazy about it because I was almost done copying that spell over.
Yeah, I'm
Ian-
like, what the?
Housekeeping?
No, me and Amric are just still in your
Housekeeping?
room waiting for something.
All right,
I'll
so
go-
not everyone's happy, but everyone comes together. They join you in the hallway. Amrook and Reed still in the room. Door open.
Every time we get together in this room, we're drunk.
Keldrum.
Galdrum's upset every time. You guys are drunk.
They want to talk to the entity tonight. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that they're going to do this regardless. Can we just go find your father? Subdue Amrook.
Yeah, I thought that.
And
thought
try to
that
talk
was
to
the
this
game
thing
plan.
tonight.
I thought so
That-
too,
yeah,
with
that
Caldrum.
was-
I don't know.
I didn't know if we set a time frame
Yeah.
on it, so that was Warwick, are you good to do this as well? Are you good to be there? Sildel, Althea?
Maybe.
I'm just saying, it was your guys' idea. You said you wanted to do this before we go to the Fire Giants or Imrith. You were worried about it, and now all of a sudden it's not a big deal.
Not
I
that
could
it's
go
not a
back
big
down and
deal.
drink, and we can let it go. I'm good.
Let's Keldrum, can we go to your father? Can you let him know that we're on our way and that we're gonna be just to please be prepared. We have a big ask.
Big ass.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
Whose ass
Don't,
we
don't
got?
talk about Althea that way.
I hope she shoots you.
You're the one that said she had a big ass.
I believe it is Clank who has the most junk in his trunk.
I'm gonna shake. I'm gonna invade your internal privacy and shake the cooler.
That tickled.
As if everyone agrees and we all go, I will stop at the barkeep. And Amrook, as you could see, I'll look at the barkeep. Can you give me a barrel, something that I could probably carry, since I'm big. Could you? And I'll toss down. What would it? How much for a barrel of ale, please? I know. Did you tell us? Yeah. Did you tell us what kind? Was that mentioned to
That
the
we
entire
need a
group?
full keg, maybe just a quarter keg. Unless it's that kind of party, let's go. Jim, can you give me the regular?
Jim, what is the regular? Before we go any further, Jim, what is the regular? Please just.
A quarter keg of acorn ale. There's nothing special, nothing fancy
acorn.
going on.
I'm gonna.
That's what I mean. They got a full barrel of the acorn ale for 10 gold pieces.
A quarter keg is fine. How much for
a quarter keg?
Yeah, a quarter keg's
All
fine.
right. Yeah, 4 gold pieces is for a quarter keg of that.
I will hand him a platinum piece. I just took that out and just say, I apologize for the interesting festivities for tonight, but greatly appreciate your
Out of character, this guy's making
Are you
out. We're
kidding?
bringing in
I was
people
gonna say.
all over the place.
I know, but
he's getting ready to tell you how it's busiest his day of the year, and he's like, "Oh, no, understood." I see. Look at the platinum piece. He goes, I can be inconvenienced for a night.
Yeah.
This almost takes care of it.
I'm going with Caldrum to talk to his dad.
Well,
We're all
we're all
going.
heading out at the same
We're all
time.
going there.
Yeah, we're all going.
Griswold's leading the pack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
So
at
as
the
you guys
back.
start going, a few people from the bar start joining you guys as well. The Phandalin Five's going on an adventure. So
I'll
then
look back.
you got
No,
about 7 people in tow.
I'm gonna. So Frank and I'll turn around. Frank goes up to him. Please, just we have a few things to take care of. Please, just uh, we will come back and party. Okay, we will come back and have some ale, but we have a few things to take care of. We would appreciate the discretion for right now.
We can be discreet.
No, no, we need you to go
Everyone.
back to the Griswold's eyes are starting to light up
He
a
starts
little
pretending
bit
to sneak
more.
behind the group.
Is this
Griswold's
where we kill them all?
no,
We could kill them.
Hamrock, no, Hamrock, no. Griswold's eyes light up a little bit. Please go back to the inn, have a few drinks. We will be back.
One of the girls comes up to you. You don't understand. We know them. We were hanging out with them all night. They know us.
As they're
nerds, but
arguing,
like-
I'm gonna slide off into the corner.
You're gonna what?
All right. Now I'm assuming you're outside at this point. They're kind of following you as you come out the door. So you guys are outside. You're hiding in the shadows then?
Yeah.
All right. Reed sneaks away as you guys are arguing. Give me a stealth check. Let's see if anyone with the passive ever
Disadvantage
picked up
because
on
he's
it.
hammered.
I mean, I have a 22 passive perception. If I don't see him, we got a problem.
All right. Give me a second stealth as a disadvantage. I think that's a good call.
I'm sorry, Reed.
Okay, so 16 carries. So a few of you see it. Althea, Clank, and Caldrum see it slide off. And
I don't see shit.
you're otherwise engaged. Yeah. Althea, Caldrum,
Clank just grabs him. Come with me if you want more
Warwick, and
ale.
Caldrum.
You're
I
gonna
think
you're
it's
gonna attempt to
sometimes.
grapple?
No, he's just gonna like grab his arm and just gently
You're,
drag him
you're
along.
attempting to grapple?
Sure.
I love this.
Give me an athletics check versus athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, we know how this is gonna roll.
And disadvantage for you, Reed.
How about a 26?
God damn it! Wow. Wow.
Yeah. As Clank attempts to just kind of grab onto the arm and guide it, Reed does a little drunken flip, basically a little barrel roll to the side, gets out from underneath it, slides between his legs, and goes behind him. The rest of you start to pick up on Reed now in the shadows, scurrying from Clank as this girl's still arguing with Griswold that she has the right to come on. That Amrook invited her earlier, and they're friends now.
I like how we're trying to be discreet. Like Griswold's trying to be discreet. I'm doing backflips. He's yelling at a lady.
Dark street.
I mean,
You hear a guy.
You
There's a Phandalin 5 over there.
in real life, you know we've all had one of these nights. So it's
Yeah.
like perfect.
I'm gonna. So, how many people did you say are following us? How many people?
You had 7 people, of
I'm
four
gonna go-
girls and 3 guys.
I'm gonna go up to each one of these and use 5 points of lay on hands each, and I'll take that out to remove poison from them and say, go back to the inn. I'm not gonna ask again, and take a couple of ales. Enjoy. We need to take care of
Give me an intimidation
everything.
check.
And
Man, that beats
I
what I was
said I'm
gonna
not
do.
going to ask again.
intimidation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they all get real sober real quick. That's a 1, 2, 3 sober up. As this Goliath is in your face, and you just became suddenly sober as he touches you inappropriately, and
Shoulder touches. Shoulder
They-
touches.
they all
Grazing.
head back in for their drink. Now that they're feeling pretty good, they take you up on it.
All right, I have 10
While
left.
Griswold's distracted with them, can I try?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go
All
ahead.
right.
You know what? He's just there's no one guarding this thing right now. It's set down. He's
I'm
going.
holding it. I thought I was holding it.
Oh, you're
I
holding
had-
it while going person. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a quarter keg. I figured I could hold it. You
Give
tell
me a
me.
stealth check.
You tell me.
We're gonna see.
You want me to do a
Yeah,
stealth check?
you can hold it. Yeah, give me a stealth check. Disadvantage. Yeah, Grizz, I can say you can hold it while touching like the lay on
Is
hands.
he jumping? Hold on. Is he jumping? He's like 3 foot tall. Is he
Oh yeah,
jumping?
I mean,
through
you
this?
can see the stealth. I'm on
He's
top
got
of
the
it, like
boots.
trying to hang down and get it.
He's not able. You sense him jumping up, and you can feel the as he grabs onto it and hangs. It suddenly goes. Whoa.
Clank did not think he would have to get the handcuffs out so early.
let's just all go to meet Papa Keldrum and take care of this. We need to figure this out.
My
I'll
thoughts
give Amrook an ale. I'll open it up, pour a little bit, and we'll continue on our way if that is what everyone is able to do to Papa Keldrum's.
Okay. I'll say you start making your way there.
I'll be at the top. Frank will be in the back, watching, just keeping track.
Clank's got rear guard.
I'll hold Amrook's hand as we go along, like my son. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'll definitely hold your hand.
Fuck. I'll hold your hand then, if that's what.
I like to think that Grizz pulled out a rope and handed it to each of you. All right, everyone, hang on to the rope. We're all gonna stay together. You have a little chain marching down.
So we'll go see Papa Keldrum.
Okay. You guys start making your way down the road, heading to not the university this time, but to Keldrum's childhood home. Now that it's after hours, and where Papa Keldrum has made his way to, and it's a little bit of a hike to get across town, especially in trying to herd the cats here in the drunken state. But eventually, you get there, head up, knock on the door, greeted by Papa Keldrum, who is very confused, a little irritated, kind of looking at his neighbors here as you guys are in your drunken state, still chattering, I would assume, making some noise as you came in. Get in here.
We apologize for the late night festivities, but we needed your expertise and your knowledge, if that's okay. We wanted to, if possible, we wanted to speak with Amrook's entity. And while we wanted to subdue him, we figured that in this state, you might want to observe what is going on, what is said, and maybe that would help with your research. If this is not a good time, I understand and we will leave, but we figured that this is a better time than not, as we are going to face some pretty powerful things coming soon. So any help that you can provide is appreciated.
As Griswold's talking, you're gonna see Reed shadow boxing with the poison dagger in the background.
And it's kind of a drunken boxing going on as you're doing it, back and forth.
I'm gonna walk up to Reed and use the last 10 points that I have to heal him of poison.
Wait, I thought you were saving that for Amrook.
Look, you guys.
What type of
I had
magic
to
does
heal
that
a
work?
whole bunch of drunken idiots, and Reed can punch. We need.
What type of magic doesn't work in Silvery Moon? Is it
Actually, I only need 5 to do poison. I only need 5 to do poison. That doesn't leave a lot for
I
you.
thought everything.
I thought like divination or something, or like scrying and stuff like that.
So
Everything
yes,
else
not from the
okay?
outside in. I thought within it did.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
I gotta remember what it's called. I'll look it up here while we're talking.
We'll just knock you unconscious, Amrook. We'll just beat you a little bit. It's cool. I still have 5 left to try to pull you out of it, which is what I've used before. So, well, I've used more, but give or take. We'll see.
Okay, real quick, the mythal. That's what I couldn't find. So with the protection of the mythal, It protects against any evil and death magic from being cast, as well as any portals being constructed. Demons, devils, dragons, drow, Duragar, giants, goblins, mind flayers, orcs, and trolls of evil intent were magically compelled to leave the city and never return. All creatures within the boundary are unable to become invisible and always knew when they were being scryed upon and were protected from negative energy and evil. One of the effects, attempt to remain comfortable. War token. Nope, that's about. Oh,
Oh, so it doesn't block scrying. It just lets us know when we're being scryed upon.
yeah, and you wouldn't be able to cast teleportation magic, you can't summon things, and you can't use evocation spells to create fire.
So no summon greater demon, Siddle.
Damn.
Depends who you ask.
They're a friend of ours. It's cool. So in a nutshell, that's what we're here for. Is that something that you would be able to help us with tonight?
Warwick's in the
He's
back.
gonna look at.
Message to Caldrum's dad. This is a bad idea. Giving you.
I was gonna say he's looking at the shadow boxing. He's looking at Amrook still kind of stumbling a little bit. You guys still have blood on your clothes from earlier today, battling with the Umber Hulk. A little beat up. A few of you have a few bruises on you. A little worse for wear and tattered. And he's gonna look. Do you think that's the best idea at this point tonight in your weakened states?
I think that's the best time to try and talk to this entity. If I'm weakened, he's weakened. I thought.
I think it's a terrible idea.
As
Bad
Reed
call.
sobers up, he gets much more dexterous and continues to shadow box.
And you can see it's a noticeable improvement, and momentarily catches Papa Caldrum's eye as he. You see a little impressed.
We've done this before with just Althea and I, and Althea, chime in here. Right? We were able to restrain the entity fairly well. I think not too concerned about it getting out. I think you guys can just have a conversation, and then Grizz should be able to heal me to pull me out of it. That's what he said. It's worked twice before, right, Grizz?
Worked a few times, but I don't know if the
In worst
It's been
case
on
scenario, Shadowboxer over here can knock me unconscious. Don't kill me, motherfucker.
Listen, the poison only lasts until you get hit again, so I'll just slap you.
All right, go. See, all bases are covered.
Based off of the research and conversations we've had and the experiences that we've had with this other entity, would we get the notion that just because Amrook is in a weakened state, that this thing's in a weakened state? Knowing that this thing has heightened resistances?
Give me an Arcana check.
Good question. Good question.
25.
Shit.
Based on what you've seen, as well as your experience, you would recognize that the two are not necessarily tied together, considering this entity seems to has historically had a unique spell set, skill set, abilities that Amrook would not. There is no guarantee that Amrook's weakened state would mean a weakened state for this entity, and may in fact mean that it could make it Amrook's weakened state, and particularly weakened mental state because of the poison effect of the alcohol, may make it more difficult to recover Amrook and fight back, potentially. You also, as you're thinking about it, don't necessarily know the interaction with the wards of Silvery Moon and that Mytho with the evil protection that it may or may not have, and how that could interact with the effects of the entity, because you doubt that it's either good or neutral, based on your previous experience with it.
Interesting. So,
Amrook, if
what?
Go ahead, Warwick.
No, I'm just trying to I'm trying to understand that last bit. Just would I get the idea that
Out and the entity has to leave, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how. I guess I wouldn't really understand how that interaction. I'll look at Caldrum's dad. Hey, real quick, let's just hypothetically say that this entity is not good. How do you think that interaction? What would happen with this entity and this protective aura around Silvery Moon? What do you
Uh,
think? Would it dispel it?
I
Warwick,
thought we were
if
going
you
to do
don't,
this at the tree.
Warwick, if you don't mind, before we talk about this, Amrook, I need your boots and the axes at least before we go any further with this,
Of
Warwick?
course.
Oh, you're asking Amrook
Yeah,
for
let me
boots.
see them ankles.
and and the armor as well.
Well,
As soon as
Popcom's
we're
gonna
ready,
stop you right
we
here.
still
Wait,
have to go out to the
are,
tree, right?
are you doing this in
I
my
know.
house?
I just look. This is just precautionary. If we're going to talk about this, I don't want Amrook to get stressed and something to happen. It just precautionary, and then
Want
we
me
can
to get
decide.
naked right here?
I'm
Yep.
assuming you
I'll
have something
grab you.
underneath the armor. I'm assuming. Do you?
Well, I
Do you
don't.
have under armor?
Yeah. Do you have underwear on?
Oh,
Not a sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, just precautionary. If we're gonna talk about this now,
All right.
I'm actually
Perfect time.
yeah,
Yeah, kind
it's a
he
of.
good
wants to do
idea.
it here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a good idea. I think it's a worse idea at the treehouse. I'm starting to think if this is going to happen. Did I cut out again?
You're
Yep.
fine.
momentarily, yeah.
If we're going to do it, we need to do it in Silver Moon. But I think this is a terrible idea right now. But up to you guys.
All right, we could call it then. If Warwick, you don't want to do it, I thought you wanted to take care of it tonight.
I didn't realize that you and Reed were going to get sloppy.
When have
We
come
ain't
to
sloppy
Silvery
no
Moon
more as I
not-
start stabbing again.
Then Papa Keldrum, I think I think
Yo.
we can do this now. But we need your help. If you're willing to help us now here in your home, then we'll do it now. If not, we can wait. But
Do we?
we can't do it without you.
Would he have an idea or an answer to the question I asked? The interaction between an evil entity.
Sorry. Yep.
and
My
mythos?
bad. Might be Warwick.
I didn't hear that. What was it? What was it? Sorry. The interaction
I
between
asked
evil entity and what? Oh, the wards.
Yeah, the Methal. If what he thinks would happen if this thing actually did pop out and took over Amrook. Because now I'm kind of interested.
There are only two people that know the full extent of the wards of the city. That's the High Mage and the Ruler. I do not know all the secondary wards that are in place or the true effect of them. The goal would naturally be to keep the evil entities out. What would happen should one have arrived and would be exposed? It could have any number of interactions. It could do damage to both to the entity and drive it off. It could just annoy it. It could, in fact, do damage to the physical vessel of the entity, while not affecting this entity at all. Should the entity reside in a different plane and be working through Amrook, would it drive the physical entity or the physical body to the other plane if there is some connection there? That's a great question. Now I almost want to experiment. Amrook, you're okay with death, right?
Aye.
Did Amrook pass over all of his shit before I do this?
I mean,
Before I
it
do
takes me
something?
like 10 minutes to
All right,
take
at least
everything off.
the axes and you're taking off your
So-
armor. Did you hand over the axes and the boots?
As
I
you're
I'm
don't
gonna
doing
know
look
this,
at his
side,
father.
sure.
I'm gonna look at his father and say, "I'm pretty sure we got a few scrolls to revivify, so it's fine."
As he starts taking this stuff off, he is going to lean in after he says this. What are you attempting to accomplish here? What is the purpose of this again? That you are taking this interesting risk? And once again, he looks at each of you and the state that you're in.
Yeah, so this came from a suggestion that I had because Amrook wants to get control over this thing. Little did I know they were going to get a little sloppy drunk and try to do this then, or try to do this now. Not my intention. But yeah, the idea is
Gee.
we're going to go into some shitty battles later on, and I want to make sure that Amrook's not going to kill us. Really,
Yep.
what it boils down to.
How drunk am I? Like, how much am I affected at this point?
With the healing, I've got you at. What does the 5 points of damage do, Grizz? Oh, just to be clear.
It heals from a poison.
Yeah, he'll
So
heal from
technically,
All right. So I'm gonna say you're still a little drunk, but you are no longer inhibited by any way. You're no longer disadvantaged. So I would say you're at full capacity, but buzzed.
I could always heal Ambrook a little bit. At least remove
what's the point of
poison.
healing Amrook?
Well, no, I can remove the poison if that's what we're worried about.
What's
and
that
then-
I
matter?
think you should save that to bring me out. You only have a little bit of that left, right?
Yeah, what's it matter? I mean, if there's a chance we have to incapacitate him, what's the point of healing him from being drunk?
Look,
The idea is that the worse off he is, the worse off it's going to be for us. These two things aren't what
I
he is.
doubt it.
What this thing is.
How confident are you in that?
All right,
Because
let's
he's
think
clearly
back to the
fine now.
Maelstrom. Let's think back to the Maelstrom. When it came out and you guys started beating it over the head, I'll look directly at Caldrum. Did it get up? Did it move past any of the precautions that were taken?
Did it have to? This thing's powerful, and Reed, I'm very confident in that statement. But again, if we want to do this here, let's do it. You know, I think it's a good idea right now. But let's do it. Yeah.
Caldrum, you've been.
I'm here
awfully
for it. Let's go.
quiet.
I'm observing right now. He doesn't quite know how he feels about this.
Yeah.
He's curious, also. But he kind of agrees with Warwick that this might not be the time and place.
Alex Belgium's dad. I think Papa Bear. We need you regardless. So, your choice.
All right, we'll let Papa Caldrum be the decider. I'm willing to say let's do it a different night.
is Papa Caldrum doing rock paper scissors for this one?
Or parchment shears. Let's do it.
Trying to think whether I should recommend destruction or not.
I'm no longer. No. Never mind.
I am going to leave this up to the dice gods.
Listen.
I was gonna try to sneak him some money, but I didn't think Papa Caldrum would be.
Shit. Reed just wants to kill something tonight. Let's do this.
We're gonna roll d6. 1 to 3, Papa recommends it. 4 to 6, he recommends against it.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about. 1 to 3, baby.
5. Papa
Right.
Caldrum does not
I'll
think.
put my
I
armor
don't
back
believe
on.
this is in our best interest. But there are too many questions. Perhaps with further planning for what you're attempting to accomplish, do you know what questions you would ask? What your repercussions are should things go astray? What you're
We lose a
willing to
team
do
member. That's it.
if
For a while.
that's my fear.
We got Revivify.
I think we
You
are
have
certainly
a great
learning.
idea.
We are certainly learning out of this that Reed is 100% gonna fucking kill you. There is no doubt in my
There
mind.
was no doubt in my mind before.
Yeah, the fact that you thought I wasn't gonna kill
Not
him was
been quiet about it.
asinine.
This is awesome.
I like that Amrook now has to put all his clothes back on one at a time.
Yeah.
Still a little drunk.
As I'm handing him his clothes, but I'm wiping the poison on it.
Like burning sensation in my crotch. Fucking war.
Yeah.
I think I got
I like
warwick's
to think
underwear.
Put Ben Gay
the
in
dragon armor's on
jock strap.
backwards.
Then let's hold off right now. We're gonna travel tomorrow morning and take care of some other things, but we'll let you know next time that we're coming to town. I imagine it would be sooner rather than later, and that way we can plan accordingly. We'll have a set of
Okay.
questions. We'll have
You are
details.
correct that Silvery Moon is the right place to do it. I will happily supervise and be there for additional support, and I would be most interested to hear the responses, and I shall generate some questions on my own. I do not believe you are well prepared for the potential repercussions here tonight, particularly in my home, in your current state. At the end of the day,
Papa
that's just my
Galdrum,
recommendation. Yes, Reed.
do you know where I could obtain adamantine armor in a
I would say
quick fashion?
I'm told there's an influx of adamantine these days. Most armorers in the city are skilled enough here. Adamantine is difficult to work with. You would need one of the primary cities.
Oh, no.
Silvery Moon, perhaps. Yar.
Did you roll that
Yartar, Neverwinter, Waterdeep.
I just wanted to see what it was if I had rolled it.
Oh God, I hate you.
But yes, there would be a few skilled armorers here that should now be able to satisfy that request. Quick is a little bit more difficult. It may take a few days in the quickest capacity, but it would be doable.
Thank you.
You guys start to see Amrook jitter over there. Arm getting a little shaky. His eyes do seem a little bit red, but as you look closer, it's just more of the bloodshot than anything else. A long day of drinking.
Shit. All right.
Back to the
You guys are
tavern.
here. Would you
Just
like to
one more
see
question before
baby
we leave.
sketches of Caldrum and Adrin? What?
Yes, and yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Sure.
But one more question. So, if we go to the Maelstrom tomorrow, and then we decide to go to the Fire Giants, we haven't really solved your original problem. Are we all okay, or do you guys want me to not join you, Fire Giant?
I think with the fire giant battle too, Caldrum and I talked a little bit. I think Caldrum, if you're still okay doing this, he's going to talk to Mistra just to see the severity of the Vonendod, just to see if it's actually being created, how close it is to being created, something like that. Because what I don't want to do is leave a little bit more up to chance. Trust me, I want to go to the fire giants, absolutely. But if we don't have to, maybe we
Let's
don't.
go on India.
But either way, to answer your question, we still want you.
So then, if we don't go to the Fire Giants, the plan is to go to Imrith tomorrow.
No, I think
Yeah, we're gonna go back to we're gonna talk to Hekaton.
Right, but
And
that
then-
we're going to do that in the morning, and then we go to Imrith.
let's see what Hackathon says. If we could buy some time, if there's some other things we need to accomplish, then sure. But I think just at least checking in would not be bad.
Oh no, he expects it. He expects us tomorrow. I told him we're coming, but I think similar to everything else, similar to tonight, probably should talk to Hekaton and then plan ahead of time.
We still need to send a message to Vosa and get Harshnag back as well. And
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, I should do
go
that.
from there.
I'll do that.
And you guys are dragging your feet on going to this fire giant lair.
Caldrum, is
Hey,
that
look-
something you're able to do tonight, or do we need to wait till tomorrow to see to speak?
I don't have commune. I have divination. This is what we did.
here's the thing. We have to go to the Maelstrom tomorrow, anyways. The Maelstrom portal is going to open very briefly, and then we're going to be stuck in the Maelstrom for a little while. That will give us time to prepare whether we need to get the questions that we need answered about the fire giants, and we speak to Hecaton about the next move. So I think we have a little bit of time just to make sure. I think the plan is going to be to still go to the fire giants, but let's just ask Mystra or Keldrum if you could speak to her and see what happens. I think that's a good thing to propose.
Yeah,
And then we'll
I'll have
plan
to
with
do it.
Hecaton.
I'll have to do it in the morning. Yeah, it'll have to be in the morning.
And I'm assuming that we probably will have the day with Hecaton to prepare with whoever's going to come with us, and then the following day we head to the fire giants if that's what we plan. So that might be the case. It's just my thought. I don't know.
I'll commune or divination after we talk with Hecaton.
Okay. Well, Amrook, it seems like this quarter keg is yours, my friend.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it now.
Yeah, we took too long.
My buzz wore off.
Sobering reality is now set in.
It's no longer fun.
Papa Keldrum, do you like acorn ale?
Never touched this stuff myself.
But
It's like water. I go much heavier.
Papa
Reed's
Keldrum.
eyes light up.
Yeah. He's like, that's water you're drinking.
Heavier.
I like a little fire whiskey.
A little fire whiskey.
Oh shit.
How about mint vodka?
Oh my god, I hate you. Maybe we head back to the tavern tonight and Warwick, if you don't mind. Let's chat.
Pops, you want to come back to the tavern for a drink?
It's almost past my bedtime, but sure, why not? I'll join you.
Oh my
Now
god,
it's
we're
getting
getting
fun
pumped.
again. I'll take that L now.
I mean, Amrook, since you're sober, do you want to carry this?
Got a big guy. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't think Amric would be able to carry it, right? Because you picked it up because you could.
Strength modifier, I'd be.
Okay.
I yeah.
But no, I'm gonna get Grizz.
Hey, look, Griswold will carry.
He
it.
brought it here. He
Yeah,
brought
I'll
it
carry
here.
it for you.
I made it a little lighter for you.
I appreciate it. I guess we'll all head back to start marching back to the tavern if there's nothing else, and then I guess for later, just looking at at some point Warwick and I will talk before nighttime, but we can save that.
Where's the teleportation circle in Waterdeep?
In Waterdeep?
In the
Sorry, one minute. You.
think
All right, get a reply,
the,
Warwick.
grave-
I don't
in the
think we need
graveyard,
a
I
teleportation
think.
circle. I'm harsh and
At the cemetery. At the Waterdeep cemetery.
Thank you. Caldrum? Warwick, you get a reply from.
In the sauna.
Oh shit!
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
you're.
I still have a sending.
If I just want to let you know, Grizz, if you didn't heal me from being inebriated, I was gonna say the only person Warwick wants to talk to is Nasana anyway, so I understand why he doesn't want to do it tonight.
Oh, yet.
I kind of wish he would have healed him.
Glad that I did
That
that.
would have been fun.
Glad that I saved him or healed him. Thank God.
All right. Anything else you guys are accomplishing after other than having a drink with Papa Caldrum for the night? Otherwise, we can call it a long rest and end the session here and pick up in the morning.
No, just any embarrassing stories.
He's
Shows us.
The pictures.
Yeah, you can sketches of a little baby Caldrum and Adrin learning to walk. Naked as the day they were born. You get tiny Caldrum in there. You hear over some drinks they regale you with stories of their childhood lessons, learning some of the arcane arts. Most some of their failures. The time that Caldrum accidentally turned Adrin into a werepig. Ran around the yard snorting for a little while. Adrian accidentally turned his hair blue for a period of time. Very embarrassing because it slowly just kind of leached down into his skin and went south. It didn't actually heal. And he had to go gray first. And it's just on and on. They were rambunctious little youths.
I think, and we could save this. Warwick, since we didn't do that, and it's later. Let's see if we can talk to my father.
Sure. Whatever you want. I'm all for it.
And I wanted to talk to Warwick also.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm
Hey,
You talk to Warwick before Grizz, or?
Hey, you said something about Oz, and we did something before, and you thought maybe we killed the connection from you, or you want me you want me to do that again?
You know-
Am I there as well? Because I helped with that last time. Am I there or no?
Did you do this on your own?
I thought I had
Uh,
cast something as well, but I thought.
No, you both definitely did, but
Okay.
waiting to see if we're doing this privately or not.
Oh yeah, sorry. Are you guys, Caldrum, do you want to get this privately, or are you okay with Grizz being around as you're having the conversation?
kind of privately, but not like secretively.
That's fine.
Yeah,
My passive perception is shit, so I don't know anything.
you know,
Okay. Good.
Oh god. Harsh is shit faced, and
We
he's
need to go
bringing
out with him.
a friend. I don't know who Gert is, but Harshy's bringing a friend.
Gert's his lady friend.
Okay, here we go.
Right,
We got
right,
two of them. Anyways,
right.
yeah. Caldrum,
Can't wait.
I think I'm gonna hold off and I don't know, man. This whole like Amrock thing's making me a little weird. To be honest, I don't know. Something's up, and I don't know. I have a feeling this is tied to Nasana somehow, and I somehow all of this is connected. I think let's hold off. I'm curious to see if he's gonna reach out again.
Yeah.
How far away were you guys from me?
I'm gonna say they were Caldrum tried to pull it away.
Okay.
And kind of be isolated.
Okay. My passive perception wouldn't have heard it anyway. So, if they actually walked away, so
I was hoping he was gonna perk up at the Nasana thing.
yeah, it's because you're real wishy-washy on solving issues lately.
I don't know.
You seem to step away from the problems now that you lost in Asana, and now you're just kind of sidestepping stuff. But
I don't know. I don't know. I like it.
All right. Well, on that note, what do you say we pick up there next time with the conversation before we won't do the long rest yet? We'll pick up back at the place while you're still already drinking, stepping away, but before you guys do the dream and any other conversation.
Works for me.
All right.
Sounds good.
We'll do that and pick up there next time. Good stuff, everyone.